All right, there we go. Hey guys, Rich here. Welcome back to the RCinformer YouTube channel. Forgot to turn my microphone on. It's on now. I see a green bar down there. Everybody check your volume. Let me know that you guys are receiving my audio well. And you guys can hear everything. Throw a couple messages at me if you don't mind. Let me know how everything sounds. Too loud, too quiet. Let me know what you guys are getting. We had a new plane to unbox today. Get this out of the box. This is the new high performance F-18 version 2, 64 millimeter Super Hornet coming from Motion RC. So Wes just did his unbox yesterday, and he let me have this to kind of show it to you. I literally haven't even cracked the box open, so we're going to get it out, get it together, and see if we can get it all set up for flying. And I'm checking out my message board here, just seeing how it's going. Again, give me a thumbs up, give me some good audio feedback. Let me know that you guys are receiving okay and everything's loud enough. Let's see, I got, who do we got? We got Ian Bowens here, Elijah Holman, John Rothberg. So I got a good green status bar here telling me everything's good. And let's see what else I got here. I've got no data. What's going on here? Let's see what we got. Why is it showing no data? That's weird. It says no data. Sound is good? You guys are hearing me okay? This thing's saying no data. I'm not getting anything. Oh, there we go. Now it's coming through. All right, excellent connection. Okay, must have been a lag. I saw it spike up. So, okay. You guys are hearing me okay? Everything's good? Just want to make sure we got good audio. It was showing me nothing there a second ago, but yeah, we're good. I think there was some kind of lag in there. Hello from France. We got Matthew Kiefer is here. Alberto Melendez. All right. Dion Payne, Sean Peterson. All right, guys are rolling in. 23 guys. So today's video, again, folks, we're going to get this out of the box. This is the new high-performance F-18 V2 Super Hornet from Motion RC. This is a FREEWING plane. Runs on 4S. I guess the old one ran on 3S. I didn't even have the old one, so I don't know. I haven't even opened this, so we'll get it out here soon. So we're going to get this together, assemble it. Time permitting, put a receiver in it maybe. Also, I do have a KMRC burner we might put in there. I believe this is an outrunner, and I've actually never done an outrunner configuration on this before. So that might be interesting. Let's see. You hook it together with a wire here, and I grabbed a wire, just some spare piano wire sitting around there. And this fits through the thing okay. So we may do that. I don't know if we're going to get to that, but we'll try. I'm going to stick this aside for now. Mostly we just want to get it together. Just want to make sure folks are here before we go too far with this. Let's see. Who else we got? We got Mads. I can't see from there. Let's look here. Got Mapsbook 6. Sounds great. Hi from New Zealand. New Zealand, actually. Dion Payne's here. Shabu 857. Man, this video is like karma. I had this in the 70 millimeter BAE Hawk, I guess, in my cart. This morning. I ended up buying the Hawk, afraid of the tricycle gear as I'm fairly new to EDFs. Okay, let's see, what else? Mike Bird's around, all right. Who else have I not called out? Let's see. All right, we'll start this here shortly, probably give it another 5 maybe, and then we'll keep going. So if you guys hadn't seen already, got new videos up on the channel. Hopefully you guys have taken a look around. And if you guys haven't, here, check them out. We just put out a helicopter video and a bunch of stuff this week, actually, last week or so. So we did this one here with the this Huey from Motion RC, so check it out. He literally showed up and just handed this thing to me, and I flew it. It's all stabilized. It's basically a drone that looks like a helicopter. So really nice stuff, a little pricey, but awesome. It flew fantastic, so if you guys check out that video, yeah, you'll be digging it. It was a cool, it was so much fun to fly. He's going to give me a few more to fly, or bring them over, you know, the field and stuff to fly. So, but yeah, he's just bringing me this stuff and let me fly. Those of you guys who know, who watched, I mean, I started flying helicopters years ago before airplanes. Never got into planes. Got into planes later, you know. I mean, I did fly some planes, but mostly I was a helicopter guy, and then then became an airplane guy down the road. So, so yeah, check that out. That's a real cool video we just put out. And then of course, we got the new V3 F-16 right here, which is right there. As you guys can probably, well, no, you can't see it because I got the window up. So we got a lot of good video of the F-16 flying. So, you know, be sure to check that out. We did a bunch of high alpha stuff with it just in the landing phase and stuff, and it does it really, really well. So you can see there we're just holding it right off. We only have 145 feet of runway, folks, to land on. So we're landing it a bit different. We're just going for getting it on the end and then hopefully trying to stop it by the end, which is really hard to do in 444 feet actually. But you see how nicely this thing flies. I think they're already sold out. In fact, it's sold out while we were doing unboxings of this thing. So there'll be more coming, so you know, check it out. I really like the camo one way better, just because the camo, to me, just stands out better. So it's a little easier to see. But yeah, check that out. We got a lot of good videos on this stuff. So let me go back to see what else we got going on here. I did put out some Futura videos as well, so check those out. And you know, just a whole bunch of stuff on the channel. And then today, I'm going to sort of segue into this thing. You know, again, we're looking at the brand new, and this is a remake, sort of, or a second version release, I guess you could say. It's a V2, I guess, of the FREEWING F-18. It's now 4S. It was 3S. I think it always had flying tail, still does. And this is the Royal Maces paint job. If you guys want to ever go to Motion RC, just, you know, open up their window, type in F-18, hit enter, and boom, it'll pop up your page there. I think I got a link below to this too, you guys can check out. So, and it'll show you here, as you can see, it's got the 90 millimeter, so ARF Plus in the Blue Angels and the regular, and then there's your 70s right there. So this also comes in the top hatters, which is a pretty cool paint job as well, so I'll throw that up there. The tail's red with a black and red with a top hat, so that's pretty slick. And so check that out. But here we're going to be showing you the Maces here. Hang on a sec. 2 squadrons, the top hatters, and the Royal Maces. There it is. So everything that's F-18 related, if you type in F-18 on the Motion RC channel, you will see all this stuff. So this airplane mostly screws together. I think just the tails glue on, I think, or something. So let me re-click back on that so you guys can see the product page right there. I think these are the older pictures, I think. I don't know that these are newer pictures. We may put some new ones in there. But check it out here. Again, I put a link below. You guys can check it out. And again, runs on a 4S 2200. May take something greater. Once we get this together, me and Wesley are going to get out and fly them together as you guys as you guys have been seeing. So a lot of people are liking the content we're putting out. Literally, guys, I'm just showing up there. Wesley's bringing planes, or he's giving me something to set up, and then we go fly them together, have fun with them, that kind of thing. So it's really been pretty cool. Just me and Wesley hanging out, flying, having a fun time doing this. Let me put this stuff to the side. I'm going to put the batteries aside. These are some 4S packs I put out here. Let me close up the website thing, and we're going to get right to building this thing, I think. Let me look up here real fast, see if anybody's got kind of any questions that they want to throw out at me here. Got Steve George is in the house. Let's see, we got Wayne Wemple, Big Island, RC Hawaii. Okay, yeah, all right. Dwayne is here from the Big Island of Hawaii. So, yeah, I fly in there sometimes. I'll have to look you up when I come in there. So, let's see. Umberto is here. Umberto's local here. How's it going, man? Good to see you. Thanks for coming by and checking this out. Let's see. What do we got? Victor is in the house. Victor RC Jets. John Perry. Hey, Rich, is that one a motion for 175? It doesn't say V2 on the picture on the site. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, you're right, actually. Here, let me throw that up one more time. Let me take a closer look at that. Maybe Wesley will join in on the thing. Now, this is the one. They probably should have put V2, but the fact that if you look that way, oh no, I don't have it on there. Sorry. Let me put that up there. It's right there. But it says 4S right down kind of there. It says 4S high performance, so this is the new one. So yeah, if you guys want to get it, this is the one. They should put a V2 on the website. So Wes, if you're watching or Motion's watching, throw a V2 up there so everybody kind of knows. This is like a This V2 is like a sticker. So a lot of times they'll put all this here, and then they added this sticker onto the whole side of the box. So they don't have to reprint a whole box. So it's kind of nice the way that they actually, it's kind of smart doing it that way. So here, somebody sending me a message. Somebody sending me a message or something. I'm gonna keep my phone here, guys. So let's see. Let me see if I got. Let me check my. Let me check here the cameras. Make sure our cameras are working real quick. Do a quick camera check. Let me come off of here. We'll check and see if our camera's all working. Yeah, there it is. So I'll get my camera. There's my phone. There I am. I got my Coke. I got my radio. So let's see if we can bind this thing up to this this thing here. And let me get this turned off here. I'm gonna put the phone here so it charges. Actually, let me stick it down there. Get it all out of the way. So there we go. Our desktop singularity is working, and we can go to our upper camera mode now. So let's see here. Let me look at the question board again real fast here and just see who's here. If anybody's got anything to ask before we get into this. Anyway, doing good, Umberto. This is the right plane. When's the new aircraft shred hangar going in? Ian Bowen. It's going in soon. I'm just working out window sizes and stuff. I'm waiting for them to get the documentation right, but and then they'll permit it. So, but the building's already designed, ready to go in. So it's going to be a nice size. You know, it's going to be about 60 feet by 36. So it's going to be a nice big kind of clubhouse, hangar building, you know, pit area. So it'll be pretty sweet. So we'll get into more details later as we go. So you guys we'll be filming all that. You guys will get to see all that go up and stuff. So that's going to be pretty cool. So, but yeah, the sooner the better. I've been working on it for a while. So it's going to be all a steel building. Sean Peterson's saying he has the older version, and he's waiting patiently to see the maiden of the 4S version. Yeah, so we're going to be, me and Wesley will be doing these together here any day now when the wind calms down here. Let's see, Matthew Cox here. Good to seeing Rich loving the new field. Yeah, loving the new videos. Yeah, we're just having fun out there, man. I built that place to have fun. I built it so we could go and fly there. And so yeah, we'll be having more people come and visit and stuff. Let's see, Mountain RC's in the house from the Utah mountains. Love your new field. Yeah, me too. We're liking it. Me and Wesley. Wesley's really liking it because he doesn't have to drive an hour anymore. He can just go like, he's about 10 minutes away. I'm actually like an hour away, but he's only 10 minutes away. So for him, he's like, oh shoot, you know, can I fly there? And I'm like, yeah, sure, you know, whatever. So we're kind of working together now. It's nice. It's kind of cool because we can kind of meet there and of course there's nobody there. So we just show up and fly and have fun and do our thing. So it's good. So it's going to be nice when we get it all done. We're just in the beginning phases right now. So it's just all we've done is just put down a temporary runway to test the runway out. Not really to be any permanent thing at all. All that is there for is just to see, does the glue seaming work? That's really the only reason we put that runway down there. So if you guys haven't seen those runway videos, check them out. I did an intro, then I did a runway assembly and stuff. So, let's see what we got. RC Plane, Ian Bowen, have you flown the FMS Tiger Cat at the new field? Steve flew his, and it flew fine there off of the grass. The grass there is real rough though. The grass. We're gonna be taking that entire area where the runway is and beyond, probably at least 500 feet long by 30, 40 feet wide, or more even. And that whole thing is going to be plowed, turned up. Then it's going to be leveled and graded, and it's going to be about as perfectly smooth as we can make it before we put you know, the new or the final, you know, the permanent runway, I should say, down. And then we're going to grass seed it with good grass, like a Japanese millet or something. So it'll be really good as a grass run. I mean, it'll be a really great grass runway for planes. Right now, it's just, we didn't do anything to it. We just mowed it and and filled in some holes and leveled some hills and stuff, and it's rough right now. So, but anyway, the little runway lets us do a little flying off there. It lets us let it sit out there in the elements, let the heat, the wind, and the light and all that, you know, just everything, rain fall on it, just to see how. In fact, we had cows go across it the other day, which is fine because it's a cow pasture. So. And we're going to fence that off, but the cows crapped all over it, walked all over it, the runway, which was good. That's what we wanted to do. We wanted to see what would happen if the cows got through the fence and they trampled like all over the runway. And they did that. They crapped on it and everything else. Runway was fine. That runway like didn't even know that it happened, you know. So So that's a good test. Again, that's why we put it there, is to test it out. So let's see, new runway's amazing. Watch a few videos. Yeah, we're gonna have fun there. Let's see, Matthew Cox, Richard was able to, I was able to get the Viper 90 from overseas. Oh, the blue one, all right, cool. It's actually cheaper than buying the 90 from Horizon. Okay, good, all right, good. So yeah, if you think about it, let everybody know where you got it. It'll probably, you know, it may become available here soon too. So, all right, guys, we have 30 people here in the house. That's good enough to start with on a, is it Tuesday? Yeah, or Wednesday. It's Wednesday. All right, so anyway, all right, so let's get this out of the box, folks. Again, there's two versions of this. This one I'm showing you guys today is going to be the, they say it on the side here. In fact, they just show it. They just show a simple color here, right on the side. It'll either say probably top hatters, or it'll say right here, yellow. Okay, 4S plug and play. So probably says yellow or red, because the red one is the top hatters, and the yellow one here is the was it Royal Bases? You know, I cannot for the life of me remember that thing. What was it, Royal Mesas? I'm just going to look myself because I'm having a hard time remembering that. Let's see, let me go back to there. I'm just looking myself. Yeah, Royal Mesas, so think Royal. Think that it is a Royal, you know what. All right, let's see. Let me grab my, okay, I got a knife here. That's not a knife. Hang on a sec. Just grabbing a knife down here. Where did my knife go? My knife has disappeared. All right, let's see, we've got that. Trying to find my, where on earth did I put that? Hey guys, I'm just looking for a hobby knife. Where did I put that thing? Let's do this. I'm going to take this right here. I have a knife here. I've got this. I had one here a second ago and it disappeared into the fourth dimension on me. Where the heck did that thing go? I had one right there and I was going, oh yeah, that's the one. Oh, okay, there it is, right there. I did put it there. I just lost it. A knife. All right. All right, let's see. Here we go, guys. Let's get this open. Get this out of here. Just open it up real quick. Again, I haven't been in this. I never even had the original version of this thing, so I don't really know. I saw a little of Wesley's video, but I didn't really have time to watch it because I was doing other stuff. I was at the phone store trying to get my daughter's iPhone straightened out. So here we go. Let's get this up here. Pull this out. Check it out. I'm going to try and put, actually, while I'm talking to you guys, let me throw the chat log up there so I can kind of see it up here and down below. Let's see. How did you source this land? A friend of mine who's a pilot also, and he's a realtor guy. He'd been looking for a long time. I said, hey, try and find me something to fly off of that we can, you know. So he did a lot of searching around, and of course, being a full-scale pilot and also an RC guy, he knew exactly what to look for, and it took a few years actually to find that, because you know, anytime you look for a property to fly RC planes off of, there's a lot of issues with it, guys. You got to make sure there's no airports nearby. You know, there's not like a, you know, something that you're going to bother nearby. Can't be any restricted airspace, so you got to be careful when you're looking for something like that. And it took a long, long time. So here we go. I'm going to put this kind of upward here. Let's see. Big flap on there. All right. Let me get this in such a way. Yeah, so we just looked and looked and looked, but I was intentionally looking for it, obviously, so, you know, and that's how we found it. So, but yeah, he looked long and hard to try to find that place. And land's expensive in Florida nowadays. It's getting up there. I wanted to do a little investing in property at the same time, so I said, hey, let's do it. Let's find a place to really fly at. Orlando, there's not a lot of flying going on in Orlando. They've kind of outlawed RC. Got a squeak box here. Look at that. Coming to you live from the RCinformer bonus room here. All right, and there we go. That is it. That's how she looks coming out of the box. Get a little zoom on there for everybody. Let's see. Let's get that, get right on in there for everybody. Hit the remote. I got so many remotes, man. I need a thought-controlled system so I can do this quicker. But yeah, it looks like we got a fuselage. Right up here looks like, there's tail cones, I guess. Nose cone right there. Got some stabilizers here. Wings right here. So yeah, let's do this. Let's back off on that a little bit. That's nice. I don't see anything underneath this. So look at the back side, nothing there. Here, let me throw this down. Let's throw down. All right, there we go. So here's what it looks like at the top. You guys can see this. I'll get these things out of the way. I'm going to put those over there so I can remote when I need to. So yeah, there we go. Real nice. Let me get my hobby knife and we'll start taking things out here. I'm going to really quick move over here. Tap on my chat board. Let's see, did you sort? Yeah, that's how I got the lane. Let's see. Oh, you got it from Porcupine RC is what he's saying. Let's see, FMS Super Easy V4 or E-Flight Air Tractor. I'm not sure what he's saying. Hey guys, Air Hammer's in the house. Air Hammer is here. All right. So here, let's cut this up. Let's get this stuff out of here. Go with this, get that out. Let's pull that. Oh, and I told Wesley at Motion RC if he wants to call me while we're live. He might come live at some point or something. So I'm going to keep trucking with this. And yeah, he may call and get on as a caller, as an official caller to the RCinformer YouTube channel here. So let's see what we got. Let's get this, cut this. I'm just going to cut all these things here. Tell you what, I'm going to move a window, so stand by a sec. I'm just going to go to my computer screen and drag something and move it a little bit so I can see a little better. There we go, perfect. I just had to move a window. See, when I'm doing this, I'm also looking over there, and I'm looking at my screens trying to keep up with the conversation with everybody. So let's see, nice. So here's our landing gear, okay? Fixed gear on this jet. Looks like it's got an over-center brace, some wheels, so throw that to the side. And looks like we got some vertical stabilizers. This, I think, is the only part that we actually glue. So there's your detail on that. Nice, nice finish on everything. Looks fixed rudders, or vertical stabilizers, I should say, no rudder control. You could probably add them if you really wanted to. So a little bit of a couple extra servos, a little wire, harness. Cut these out, put some hinges. You could easily do some rudder control on that if you are so inclined to go crazy with it. So here's our parts here. Let's go ahead and get these out of here. I don't know if this is foam or, yeah, there's your tail cones. There's your nozzles. So those are, oh, that's bizarre. That's foam. Look at that, it's sort of pinkish. I don't know if it was meant to be that way, but that's what it is. So there you go. So it looks like it's got a little idiot-proof little tab there to keep it from putting on the wrong way. Missile rails right here. These have, looks like a carbon spar in the middle. They're foam, but they got carbon spar running through the middle, so that's good. Hopefully we don't damage those, or there's absolutely no chance we would hit those on the runway at the field here. So there we got a plastic cone. It looks like this probably just glues on. Yeah, we'll just stick that in place. There's our nose cone, so that's good. A lot of pink on this airplane, which is bizarre. Here's a couple of nozzles too. And let's see, let's get those out. I don't know what the heck. Why are these nozzles there and the nose nozzles are, I don't know. I'll get any instructions and I'll figure it out. Okay, I guess it goes like, is it like this? That's probably what it is. There we go. So that's how that's going to be. There's our tail cones. That's sort of a pinkish color. That's kind of bizarre. I don't know if that's true to form, but you know, hey, it is pink, so there you go. That's what it looks like. So very cool. So I guess we got to glue all of this, I think is what we got to do. So let's put that down there for a second. Hopefully those don't roll away. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put those over there. Let's get our wings. Oh, I should tell you what. We got stuff in here too. Let's get this out of here. This is some parts right here. So it looks like we've got all sorts of parts right there. And that's where they are. So that's what we got. Screws and clevises and antennas and screwdriver and all that. Is there a screwdriver in there? No, there's no screwdriver in there. I think they discontinued. There's a couple of antennas for the airplane. Just glue those on or not. Let's see. Let's get looking there. I don't see anything. Sorry, that's my head. And we've got a wing. Let's see. Got a wing right there. Looks like it's got a spar sticking out. You just stick right in there. And there's our servo all the way out in the outer hole. Probably bring that one on in. Let's see. Let's move that way. Let's see. Yeah, it looks nice. Nice finish, decent. Again, guys, this is an economical jet. It's not the highest end machine out there, but it looks like it's nice so far. There's our other wing, aileron and everything. So yeah, real cool. There's that. No flaps on this plane. So let's get that out of there. And let's see, here's our tails. There's our full flying stabilators there. And looks like they are nice. Nice doubler here, horn right on the whole mechanism there. So Yeah, that'll go. How does that connect with that little hole right there? All right, well, I'll figure it out. See how that goes. So, but those look nice overall. And then finally, looks like the fuselage. Oop, I forgot to cut this right here, I think. Let's cut that, throw some foam over there, and then we're going to get this whole thing out of here. So let's pull this carefully out of the box, the Royal Mace's fuselage. That thing's stuck in there. Let's see, it looks like it's stuck on the front. Let me look in there. Oh, no, it's just, looks like it's got a little paint adhesion, so I'm going to push that out. Just pull that away. It's just stuck with the paint. Looks like the paint just got stuck on the nose cone. Onto the foam, that's all. Probably just due to a little bit of heat. So, all right, get the foam off that. Yeah, that looks sweet. That's very slick. Okay, that's what's going on here. I guess these probably just pop on, or maybe we just stick a screw down in that hole, a little slot there. So we'll see. Get that off. There's a little bit of glue sticking there. That's okay. It's a little bit of residual glue. And there we go, guys. There's what this thing looks like. Let me go zoom on this a little bit. Get a little closer there. You guys can see the detail on that thing. It's pretty slick. Looks like it's got a little tail skid. Probably supposed to be sort of like a pseudo tail hook there or something. But that's probably what hits the ground first, hopefully, or it doesn't hit the ground. And then we've got our cheater hole down there. Nice intakes there, very slick. Very nice landing gear attaches here. And let's see, so a little bit of crinkle there. That's probably from being pushed up against the box. This is the part that was sticking. The paint was sticking to this thing. So that's what was going on. And then real nice, let's see, flip this around. Royal Mace's, baby. So here, let's switch views real quick. We'll go back to our forward view, and I'm going to get rid of this box. I'm going to make sure, oh wait, hang on, tube of glue, violation. Here we go, guys. Tube of glue right here. Looks like some contact cement for gluing the tail on. So we may or may not use that, we'll see. I might use CA or something. So looks like I got everything out of there. Again, don't throw your box out, folks, until you finish the model. So we don't throw something out there. There we go. Let's get this on there. And then I'm going to go a little bit a little left. There it is. No, that was it. That was it. That's it right there. So yeah, there we go. Here's our, shoot. There it is right there. Very nice. All right, then the nose cone, that's just going to go on here, I guess. And that's a glue-on deal. So yeah, that looks pretty slick. It's very sharp. It's small, but that's okay. Remember, it's 4S, so this thing is gonna move along. So. But yeah, nice detail. You can see all the panel lines and so forth. Nice cockpit. I like the way the inside of the cockpit's a different color than the rest of the plane. It just kind of sets it off a little bit. But nice decals all the way around. And let's see, there you go. There's the underside. Look at the detail on that. Look at the leading edge extensions and all that. That thing's huge. And yeah, there we go. So again, here's where your elevators hang off of. These are your elevator pins, your rotating pins there. Yeah, like I was talking about before, there's a little slot right here where this is probably going to go in, right? Sort of an idiot-proof kind of deal. Where that, I guess we're just going to glue in place. And there you go, there's your nozzles. So, and then you got your outer nozzle. That's going to go on there like that. Looks like, there we go. So yeah, cool. Pink, I didn't know those were supposed to be pink. I don't know if that's correct or not, but that's what it is. So, all right, let's see. Let me zoom out here a bit. And we're going to get this up on a plane stand. Were there instructions to this thing? No, maybe not. Didn't see any instructions. It's probably online. Although I didn't see any in here. Interesting. Oh, wait, let me look in the box. Hang on. Again, don't throw the box out. Let me see. I'm going to reach down there. All right, my cat's coming in to join us. Nope, no instructions in the box. I'm just going to have to wing this, I guess. So let's see. Let's get this down. There. Cat's probably going to jump up here and help me here in a second. All right, you guys got any questions on anything? Anything you guys want to see before I get totally rolling into here? Let's see. Let's see what we got. How many people we got in the house? I'm just going to look here on my screen. Still got about 30 guys. That's cool. So let's see. We got, yeah, the parts are nice. Here, take a look at this. This is your, nope, going the wrong way. Here we go. That's your vertical. You see how nice that is? Very slick. Look at that. Iron maces. I guess that's what a mace is. There's that ball with the spikes on it. So that's what goes down if you mess with these guys. So black and yellow. Yeah, that's pretty slick. That'll be a nice contrast. So, but yeah, real cool. Nice detail. And let's see. Here's the other one, and that's nice. So let's get this thing going, and we'll get it going without the instructions. All right, guys, we're solo. We are without. Oh, you want to see the landing gear? Let's see. Who's saying that? We got John Rothenberg, landing gear. Here, let me pull that out. We'll take a look at that. Get that out of the case. And in fact, here's what we'll do. We'll go top side with that. No, my cat. Oh, jeez. Dude, my cat is here. I'm stepping on the keyboard. Hey, 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 hey. Here, look. I think my cat was about to exit the broadcast here, right? 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 All right. So hopefully she doesn't bother me too much. Here, go play somewhere unless you're going to help me. Here, get some glue. Help me. All right, she jumped right on my keyboard, and there you go. Let me see if I can get her. She's on the box now. All right, we'll see. So that's Ripley the cat, guys. So let me see here. Let's see. Rich, which plane is more fun, the FMS Super Easy or the E-Flight Air Tractor? In my mind, the Super Easy. Easily. I mean, the Air Tractor is really good, but the landing gear is a little better on the Super Easy. Super Easy's, to me, a little more aerobatic. They're similar in how they fly. And I think I do like the construction of the FMS plane a little bit better. But, you know, get what you like. You know, the Air Tractor's cool. But I like the finish. I like the fit better. Plus, they're two different kind of airplanes. One's scale, one's, you know, just sort of a, you know, just a regular trainer type plane. So that's what the FMS Super Easy is. So, but yeah, given the choice, I'd prefer the FMS Super Easy. You guys see me all the time. I got tons of videos with that thing. I mean, that's why I take that plane with me everywhere I go, because I just, you know, if I hadn't flown in a while, I'll warm up on that, and you know, it's just to go anywhere, do anything airplane, period, kind of end of story thing. So, all right, so let's do this. So don't lose those code. Don't want to lose that. Let me see. I'll go to the top view there. Yeah, here's our landing gear. That's our nose gear unit. That sits like I think like that. So you know, there's your front. That's supposed to be your little hook thing, and there's your brace on the back. So that'll all screw together. It would help if I had instructions on this. But let me see if the manual. You know, the manual might be online. I may actually pull that up. So we'll see. Unless those things fell out of the box somewhere and I didn't see them fall out. I'll take a look. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a sec. I did see them fall. Here it is. Instructions on the ground right when I pulled it out of the box. So I bet you one of you guys probably saw that. Let's see. Let's see. Cats love boxes. Yeah, she's in there now playing around with it. So, okay, I found the instructions. Disaster averted. So let me pull this out of here. We'll get this going. See what we got here. So there's another manual. Looks like this is for, here, let's see. Let's put the top view on. Looks like this is a controlling speed controller program manual. Yeah, I think that's what that is. That's what that looks like. So put that to the side for now. It says warning, working on electronic parts and stuff. So I'll put that warning to the side. I've been notably warned here. So, all right, so there we go. There's all our parts. Okay, goes into everything here. It's a 2850 kV motor right there it's showing. So there's our speed on that. And let's see, digital servos, 40 amp ESC, all that stuff. There's the specs on it. You guys can check that out. 4-cell, there we go. So 64 millimeter fan, real nice. That's all the things that we have to assemble. So, but some of this is already done, like servos and stuff. So we'll just go kind of step by step. It does say to glue all these on here. So you do have to glue the tail cone parts, obviously. They just didn't put that stuff on there. Let me see if I can flip back here. Wow, they really break down this nose gear thing, don't they? Look at that. So, like, you need a whole schematic for that thing. It's already assembled, so obviously, I just need to know which screws go onto where and how they're being inserted here. So, but getting to the crux of the thing here, we're looking at the manual. There's our CG for the book is what it's saying, 60 millimeters back from the leading edge where it meets the fuselage. So again, we'll talk about that when we fly. Center point for your elevator starting point right there. There it is, 4 millimeters below that seam line. So we'll play with that. We'll talk about that when we get that out to the field and fly it around. So, oh, and then there's also some throws right here. Let's see, there's some throws. It goes into aileron and elevator throws. Goes right here into the actual travel. We'll picture that. And then they talk about a little bit of expo, what expos to use. So we may or may not use that. We'll just kind of play with it. Usually flying tails, it is good to have some expo in there. But even we've been flying that F-16 around right there with absolutely like no expo at all in that video. So it flew fine. But use what you like. You know, again, it's all, that's really personal preference and, you know, your ability to kind of control the plane well. So, and how you know, everybody's reflexes, reaction times are different. That's kind of what expo is for. It's for a lot of different things, but that's one of those things that you either like it softer in the middle or you don't. Sometimes you have to have it because you're doing 3D stuff or something, and it's kind of required. Okay, this has us putting the wings on first, and then it has us doing the tails and all that. But I think I'm going to do the tails first because I think gluing those on, sitting here right like this, nice and comfortably, will be a lot easier. Let me see. Well, do I even want to glue these on right now? I may do this a little later. Yeah, I might actually, because you know what? I'm going to have to remove probably some of this glue. See what they did? This is one of those things that just bothers me a little bit sometimes is when there's no glue on here. But, I mean, there's no paint on this part, but there's paint on this part right here. So when they put paint, you usually want to remove that a little bit or sand it. I think I saw Wesley sanding it. But I don't know, with CA, it's not that critical. We may just glue it and try to get it on there because it's easy enough to do. You can use CA, you can use contact cement, you can use whatever you want. I might use CA because that is kind of a tight fit in there. And in fact, I might just do that like right now and get those on there first, just to get them in place. But yeah, so let's see. Landing gear looks pretty tough. I know someone's just asking about that. It looks like these just plug right in. I think these just go into the fuselage, so, you know, I could go crazy with this right now and just plug these in. I think these just slide in. I'm not sure which way these go. Let me look at the instructions on that real quick, because I might throw the landing gear on first, actually, because that might be sort of easiest to do. That way the airplane can kind of sit upright and, yeah, let's see. So it shows right here, just going and taking these things and just sliding them right in. So front to back, front to back, front to back. I think they just slide literally right in. They're already glued in place, so you can kind of see that there. So I'm just going to do what that says. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this and slide this right in so you guys can see this. I don't think I'm even going to need the ERNST stand at the moment. We'll need it a little later probably, so I got that standing by. Nope, that's not the one. It says it's supposed to be farther back, but you could probably plug this in either way. But so you just plug your gear in. There you go, that's it. These are already glued in place, it looks like, so we'll slide that in. Is that going to go all the way in? That one doesn't want to go all the way, does it? Let's see if that'll pop. There we go. I got it in. I pushed it. Sorry you didn't see that, but there you go. Landing gear, main gear is on. So there you go. That's what that looks like. So our main gear is in place. Again, guys, sometimes I do things a little bit differently from what the box says to do or what the, you know, what the instructions say to do. So it just makes sense to me to get it up on the wheels first in this particular case. So I'm going to put my ERNST stand, try to put these, see if I can get this in a place where it's not going to harm anything, because sometimes you put these in a certain place and it's not good on the airplane, but I think this is a good place for it. Yeah, I don't want to ding. Yeah, that should sit there nicely. That will let me show you guys the top view of this where the landing gear goes in. So here it is. Here's where our gear is going to go in, our nose, strut. Here, let's see what we got. So let me extend this out. Okay, let me go back on our zoom a little bit. Let's go out a little bit. And then this is going to go right through here. So what I'm going to do first is flip it. I'm going to pop my canopy off here, which is, oh wait, this is a long canopy. Look at that. Let me go back here, unzoom a little bit. There we go, back out. There's our canopy, how that opens up. Okay, that goes right there. That's the canopy doesn't come off, just this back section goes off. Yeah, see guys, I'm not real familiar with this plane. This is new to me, so So yeah, no, that's nice. It's got a little back latch. I tell you what, this is nice detail they got going on here. Check this out. Nice little louvers, nice stickers, details. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Very nice. So yeah, these are plastic, but they're pretty tough. Might be like a resin or something. But anyway, here, let's put this back down onto here. Actually, let's take a look inside there and see where that's going to come up from. So we should have wires coming up from way down in there, and we stick that wire in there. So that's going to go all the way through. Okay, so that's going to be interesting to put in there. So let's do it. Let's take this. We're going to put this down in here. I guess we're going to feed that. And then this is going to just sort of sit there in place. So this is already assembled. I'm just going to push that down into there, and then we're going to, I guess, glue this. Actually, I take that back. It goes this way, doesn't it? That's right. That's right. So it's kind of idiot-proof because it's got this. You guys match up the shape here to how this thing goes in there. And then that kind of slides down in there. And then we glue this whole thing. And then that goes on there, and we, I guess, screw this in there, glue this in there. I guess I'll probably screw this. This is a screw-on deal, not a glue-on deal. So there we go. You guys can see how that looks in there. But what I do want to do is feed it through here first. So I'm going to have to go and look way down there and see if I can see that thing, which I think I can. It's way, way down in there. I don't know if you guys can get down there. But here, let me grab my, I know I had a go-get-em wire here a second ago. Here it is. So I got a go-get-em wire. I'm going to feed that down in there. Not there. I'm going to push this down in there. Try and grab that, which I think I got it. There we go. And then pull it through. So there you go. Pretty easy. Just kind of stuff that stuff down in there, and that wire is through. So let me flip it around. Again, guys, fixed gear jet. This is the kind of thing where you're probably going to leave this all on there. Question is what screws do I use out of that bag? So let me do this. I'm going to take my bag of screws and parts and all this stuff right here. I'm going to throw it down into the bottom of the ERNST stand that I just threw there. So let me undo this. We're going to tear this open here. Let's take all our parts. Let's throw that all down in there. There we go. Going to get this in place. There we go. Get rid of that whole bag. Actually, that's with all the parts on there. So anyway, that way we don't lose all this stuff. Let me grab myself a pair of scissors. I should have done that to start with. Let's take, actually, you know what? I'll do this as I go along instead of doing it all at once. So, but what screws do I need for this thing? Nose gear, nose gear. Where does it show? Putting the nose gear on. All right, this shows O and S. O is, wow, this is complicated. Look at this thing. All right, let's see. These are the O screws. O screws are 2x8 millimeters, PWA 2x8. And the S screws are 1.5 millimeter. All right, that's interesting. So there's going to be 4 of those. So let's see. O screw, at least I think that's what that is. 1, 2. That's actually the 5th one up. That shows 2x4. That's hard to tell. Wow, these aren't really lined up very good, are they? This is what I'm talking about. So you can't. It's almost hard to tell which screw is lined up with which. Let me see if there's a better picture of that somewhere. No, they don't show that anywhere, do they? Oh, wow, that's great. All right, so, well, anyway, I'll figure that out. Let's see. Oh, it said screw. It looks like it's 2x4, but it might be 2x8. Let's see what 4 screws we have. So as I look through here, it looks like there's 2x4. Let's see how far down. Oh, those go pretty far down in there. That's what's going on. Okay, so these are long screws because the wood doesn't start. So I'm thinking it's probably these here. Yeah, it's probably these. This is probably, actually, here's a bag right here, landing gear. Notice there's 4 and 2. I'm going to go for this. I'm going to assume that these are the ones that go in there. So let me put this down into here. See if that goes. Yeah, see, those go way, way, way deep in there. So if you guys aren't seeing that, I'll zoom for you here. Yeah, these are long ones. So right here, long screw. These are tapping, I think, into wood, if I'm not mistaken. So one here, one here. Yeah, let's get that in there. That would be good to later back those out, possibly, and put some CA down in there in the hole. And then this one goes here. And I think that's these two. So let's take these two. I'm hoping this is right. Cross my fingers. Let's see, let's get those out of there. Little plastic there. Get that in place. Put that down in there. That down in there. Let me grab my screwdriver. Let me see if I can get these to tap in there. Okay. Yep, looks like they're tapping. I think those, like I said, I think those are going into wood, so it might be good sort of later to back those out. Put a drop of glue down in there. See if I can find where that hole is. That's going to be kind of hard. This is a sort of, I think this, I'm pretty sure this fuselage and stuff is sort of an older design. So instead of plastic fittings for some of this stuff, it looks like they've got some wood down in there. So this one went in right, found the hole right away. This one maybe not so much. Yeah, it's not really finding that hole, is it? So let me back this out. See if I can see where that is down there. I sight that down there. Let me see if I can just start it like this without that thing in there. It doesn't want to find that, does it? Let's see. I'm going to look down in there. Nope, not there. Let's see if I can get this to... Yeah, it's really not tapping in there, is it? Let's see. Let me look on the other side and see. I'm going to put these back in the tray. I'm going to flip it around. See if I can see what's in there. No. Oh, okay, I see it now. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm looking through here. I don't know if y'all can see down in there. But what I'm looking at right down there is you can see the holes. If you look real carefully, there's two holes. One there, one on the right, one on the left, and that's where the holes come through. So here's what I'm going to do, just for kicks, is I'm going to take my go-get-em wire so I can hopefully line this up. This is just I don't know if it's going to work, but let's give it a shot. So which side is it that's not going through? It's this one. So I'll try to feed something. Here's what I'm doing. I'm trying to feed that through there. Well, that might be too, it's probably not going to be really, it's probably too wide to get that in there. I would need something really thin to get down in there, but you can see where those holes are coming up. So let me flip. Let me take another look here. Let me try to put those back in. Let's go with this. Yeah, this is, like I said, this is slightly older design where sometimes the screws don't line up so well. And there's just a wood tray in there, so there's nothing with a sort of like a bevel or a funnel or something. So I'm trying to locate that down in there. I might have just found it. Nope, doesn't look like it. So it is in there somewhere. Let me try something. Let's do this. I'm going to look for, if I can, let me go to a different view here, guys. And I'm going to see if I can find something really thin. Sometimes you got to do this sort of thing. Oh, here we go. There's a little old antenna. So let's do this. This is just so I can try to find the hole. And here, I don't want to lose these screws. So let's do this. I'm going to see if I can tighten these first so I don't lose these. These four large ones that are right here. I'm going to try to get those in there first. See if I can get those to tap. If those don't tap, it's going to be really hard to find those. Let's see. Yep, none of those are. Yep, nothing's finding its hole there. Well, that's, oh, I can see where there is one though. Oh, I see where they are. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm looking straight down into that hole and I'm seeing where the wood holes are. And then I'm going to direct this to where that, I think that is. So let me see if I can get that started at least. Nope, that's not going there. Ah, here's one. I think this one just found its hole. So yeah, there we go. That one I can see down in there. See, I had to look down the hole to find the wood tray hole. There we go. Okay, so that one I found. You don't want to lose these because these are kind of long screws here. All right, let's see. Let's get those in there. This one I can see down in there too, I think. There's another method to this too, and that is shine some light down there from the underside. So, in fact, let's do that. I'm going to take my phone which is right down here. I'm going to turn my light on. Let's get Miss Amy off of there. What a doll on my phone. There we go. I'm going to turn my light on. And then what I'm going to try to do, and I don't know if it's going to work, I'm going to try and shine a light. See this shine of the light through the inside? A lot of times that will reveal where the hole is. So, and I think I can, let me try getting this one back in again, because I think this one wants to go in. Yeah, there we go. That one found its hole. So we found a few. Let me shine this light back up through here again. And I can see one of them down there now. And all I'm seeing is, it's hard for me to show this on the camera, but you can see the light coming through here. And I look through this hole, what I'm seeing is a little pinhole of light there through the wood. So, and that's actually towards the back. That's probably why that one's not. So let's try that. I'm going to go towards the back slot. Try to get that one in there. Yep, that one found it, I think. Yep, we're going right in. There we go. Very good. So that's one. All right, let's try this other one here. Get this out of here. Yeah, a little bit of an old design on this, folks, where these are all made out of wood. The holes are made out of wood back there. And I'm guessing that this one, that one I'm not seeing a pinhole. This one I actually am, the one in the back here. So this one's lighting up really well. I can see that where that is. That's actually just straight down. That's like straight down into the middle. So that should tab. What is that? Yeah, that's a video popping up there. Let's see. Let's get this. See if we can get that one. That one's going straight in now, I think. Yep, this is where you can really wreck your plane. All right, so what I'm going to do, since that's really not tapping, is I'm going to take this thing, my dead center, and I'm going to put down there, and I'm going to drill a hole right through the center, because I can't, it's really not finding that hole real well. There we go. Yeah, it found it now. So here, let's get this one. Do the same with this one. If you got to drill your own hole, I guess. Yeah, it's just not finding its hole. So there it is. Now let's try. This is just a dead center tool. I think this is Great Plains, you know, so just a little drill bit. That's really all it is. Nothing fancy. So, all right, so here we go again. Let's try this again. Let's back these out. This is where you want to be careful not to bang up your leading edge extensions on whatever you're supporting the plane with. So just be careful as you're doing that. So, yep, little old school design on this. No big deal, but that's just how some of these older ones are. There's some wood trays in the background. You know, some wood underneath there that you got to tap into. So it's just what it is. So here, we'll get this in here. Let's put this one down. Put this in place. And not all of these folks are going to be the same way. Mine might just have been the holes aren't lined up good. The ones you have, they might be lined up perfectly. It just depends on your particular plane that you get. And of course, it's not finding the hole at all now. So here, let's back that up one more time. And I'm going to grab my dead center again. Let's go with that. My dead center tool. I'm going to throw that in the tray since I'm using this a lot. See if I can figure out where that went. There it is. It's straight down there. I don't know why it's not finding that. It's right there. So, yeah, sometimes it gets frustrating with some of this kind of stuff. But you just got to sort of work your way. There we go. I guess it found it there. So there we go. Those two are in there. I'll probably back those out later, or from the inside even, from the underside. Put some, just get the screws back out and throw a little CA in the hole. Let the wood absorb that so it doesn't get all screwed up, so it doesn't, so the threads are tougher anyway. So let's see, let's get this one in there. That one's tapping. Yeah, I'd like to see this done a different way, but again, older kind of a design on this thing, I guess, so that's just how they are. But good thing is it's fixed gear, so once we get them in there, we're not going to really mess with these much. It's going to stay in there fixed, so, you know, that's the beauty of this. So here, I got some glue on this one. All right, so yeah, it's taking a little longer than I thought to do this. The newer designs of airplanes nowadays are so much nicer, as you guys know. There's usually plastic fittings and, you know, you usually never have any problems like this nowadays with stuff, newer designs. There we go. Finally found that hole. Yeah, so, yeah, not fun on this part, but, you know, hey, that's kind of how you learn stuff. That's how things like this go in and maybe don't fit as well as you'd like them to, but, you know, there we go. Well, at least we found the correct screws, I think. So, probably Wesley's like, no, it's the wrong screws you used. All right, so that seems like it's in there pretty good. Don't over tighten because you strip the wood. Again, that's what you want to use CA for later on down the road. So, and there you go. You can actually see down in there now. See if I can get in there. Yeah, let's see if I can get that to focus. No, it doesn't want to focus, does it? Yeah, let's get it back off. You can kind of see down in here. I'm showing you the wrong holes. There they are, right there. See the screws peeking through there. Those are the two back screws. The front screws are way up there, and I don't think you can even see them. They're in front of that bulkhead there that's kind of hiding over there. So anyway, but they are all in there now. It looks like we got the gear in place. And there we go. That is it. So I'll switch my view here. Man, that was a pain. So, but they're in there now. So obviously the rear gear, main landing gear was easy to get in place. These were a little more challenging. So there we go. We are up on our gear. And it looks like it's got a pretty nice level deck angle, maybe a little tiny bit nose up. And yeah, so these leading edge extensions look like they're actually pretty tough, but you want to be careful when you're assembling your plane. You're not dinging these up. These are just foam. So, and I didn't, but you have to just be careful the edge you're leaning those on when you're doing your assembly. So, all right, let's see. What do we got going on? Full moon tonight. It's like a Blair Witch project focusing. Yeah. Sunrise dump. My kid's a fool. I'm flying. Yeah, that's right. She's ready for the sky. Fired up. That's Aaron Phillips is here. All right, let's see. Let me go back to my regular mode. So here we go, guys. We are on there. Landing gears assembled. Let me see if I can get, I think we're going to glue these rudders on here real quick. So let's do that. Let's take these verticals, and I'm going to just CA them, I think. This is where it can get kind of challenging when you're using glue. But these are kind of a tight fit, so I think I'm going to go with the CA on these and something I just dropped. All right, let's see. Probably one of those tail cones down there. Here, let's grab my vertical, another vertical, which I think I just lost. So let me put these over here. Let me get all these parts over here, because I'm losing track of this stuff. Let's put this. We're going to put the wings over there, and we're going to put this bag over here. Let's get this out of the way. So there's my vertical right there. Yeah, I think I lost a tail cone somewhere. I think it fell down into the void here. So I'll have to locate that, see where it went a little later. All right, let's see. So let's get these on. We're going to put the two of these on. See, those fit on there pretty good. It's pretty straightforward. You see it's got that nice nice kind of angle to both of them. And here, let's see. Let's get some glue. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take my super glue here, and this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to go ahead and use this this medium Benchcraft that Wesley gave me. I'm often using Zap, but my Zap's a little dried up right now, so hopefully we'll be getting some more of that here. Let's see. Let me read the messages here as I'm getting ready to stick this on there. Let's see if we get an email address. Wesley, can we get an email? Yeah, let's see. Sean, we can get an email address from Wes and Rich as well. Void under the bench. The void under the bench. Every Benchcraft. Yeah, here. Let's see. All right, you guys ready? We're going to just glue these on. I'm not going to bother with removing this stuff from here. I probably could or should, but you know, let's give it a shot and see if that CA will penetrate it. Like I said, normally I'll remove all that or make it sandy. You know, actually maybe I could throw some sandpaper on there. Here, let's see. Let me take, let me do this. Just to scuff it a bit. Let me do this just a bit. I'm going to take a little piece there. I'm going to sand these down just a hair. Let's do this. Just scuff them a bit. They put a lot of paint on there. I don't think I'm getting that off with tape. I guess I could try, but yeah, it's a pretty tough paint that's on there. That'll give it a little grip, but I think the CA will go right through that. Like I said, sometimes you use contact cement. You can use the included glue too. But sometimes the contact cement, it leaves it expands when it dries and pushes this thing out. And this is a pretty darn tight fit in here. So let me see if I can zoom on this while I'm doing this here. I'm going to get down right on the middle here. Let me go straight on in so everybody can see this well. Yeah, so I have kind of my own little technique for doing this with CA. You got to be careful using CA because it dries really fast. Not the medium stuff so much, but grab a couple of towels here. I'm going to put some towels next to there. And then I use, actually, believe it or not, I actually use a brush. So let's see here. I usually use a brush when I'm doing this. So you see, now you're going to ruin the brush. Okay, it's not going to last very long. But I'll usually just put glue and I'll spread it around real fast. And the brush is going to dry up quick. Okay, but at least lets me spread it around a bit. So let me prepare the first one, which is going to sit right here. We're going to get that in place. Okay, make sure that's where it needs to be. I got a couple paper towels ready to clean up if I need to. So here, let's do that. I'm going to take the glue. I use a little dental assist here. There we go. So here we go. Got our glue off. Get this one ready to put on there. Let's see. And here we go. Let's go ahead and get some glue. I'm going to put some right along this edge too. Right along the back side, right around the front side. A little bit right here. Okay. And then you got to use it quick. So your brush will be destroyed very quickly. I have two of them sitting here, so if I need a second one, I could grab it. I don't really want to get it on the top of the plane like I just got it on there. I'm going to grab my second brush here. And I'm going to spread that around right here. I'll put a little more on there just to make sure it does adhere. And then I'll take this and I'll put it in place. There we go. And if you put the right amount on there, hopefully it will not bulge out on you. It won't come out. But if a little does, just clean it up. But if you do it right, you'll get up with a really nice seam. And when you're done, you can take thin CA or whatever and put it down into the seam. So looks like I got maybe just the right amount on there this time. And we got a little bit of glue right here. So I'm just going to wipe that up real quick. There we go. Stick it in my hand a little bit. And we're just pushing it down. I'm just pushing it so it stays in place. And we'll see how that does. Looks like I got that down there pretty good. It looks like I got just enough. You don't have to use the brush technique, guys. That's just me. I do that sometimes. But if you do it right, you can do it in such a way where you don't have a ton of glue, you know, sticking out of here. And again, you can follow it up with either thin or medium and run it along that edge and let it kind of wick into that space there. And, you know, that'll do the job. So also, this is one of the cleaner jobs I've done. Sometimes I'll make a mess out of this. But you can see here, that's pretty clean too. And again, you'll have a little gap there. You can always run some glue down in there and it'll seep down into that slot. So let's see. It looks like I got that on there pretty darn good. That's on there nice and tight. So I'm just going to go right onto the, I'm going to roll on to the next one here, folks. So let's see. Get that where it needs to be. Make sure that's fitting real well. And in fact, I think with this one, I'm going to just turn the airplane around because I'm right-handed. So it will probably work for me better if I just do it this way. Just the position I'm in, I got a good line on this. So use whatever hand you're good with. This is bare foam, which is nice, this side. This one's got paint on it, but I'm just going to go with it. So let's see. We're going to take our CA. I'm going to grab my brushes. Have a few brushes ready to go. Okay. And let's see, let's put that over there. A couple brushes ready to go. It's stuck to my table a little bit. All right, here we go. So we get ready to put it on here. So here we go. We're going to put glue along here. This is medium, guys, so it does have some thickness to it. I'm going to run it right along that edge, right down into here. And then again, using my brush very quickly, just to spread it around. Looks like I might have put more on there this time than I did the last time. Yep, I think I put too much. All right, so let's get that down to this side because there's not a lot over there. Let me get rid of that brush. Here we go. Yeah, I might have put a little too much. That's all right. It'll get through. You just don't want it to kind of ooze out too much. Let me get along this edge right there. There we go. That's probably pretty good. And then here we'll take. I'm going to put just a hair more right there. I don't want a whole lot there, but yeah. So here we go. Let's get this on there. I might have some more ooze out this time because I can tell I put a little bit more on there this time, but well, maybe not. So I'm just going to push that down on. Here's your CA going on. Yep, I can see where some's oozing out right now. That's okay. I see it right here. So that's okay. Just when you can, quickly just grab some paper towel and just clean it up real fast. Yeah, because it dries quickly. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Clean it up quick. Just go right along there. Just wipe it on there fast. There we go. And that's pretty good. I think you can clean it up with alcohol too. And so that looks pretty good. That went on there nice. You got to work quick with CA and you kind of know what you're doing. But notice I don't have any oozing out of here, which it turned out real nice. Again, you can follow it up with some more thin CA in there. Let it wick down in there. Or medium, whatever you got. But that went in there. That went in there a lot nicer than sometimes I do. Sometimes you're gluing that in, it can be a total mess. You get glue everywhere and it's a pain in the butt. So, but it looks like both of those are on there pretty darn good. Because once you bond it on there, it's there. You know how your fingers, you glue your fingers together and your fingers are bonded instantly? Well, same thing here. And that's what you want, is you want this to bond on there as quickly as you can get it on there. Now, as I'm squeezing this, I'm actually getting more glue to come out because I did have quite a glob in there. And there must be a space there. So again, it's a little more right there. Just going to wipe it down real fast. And that's pretty clean. So a little bit came out, but not bad. You can see it's just a little bit right here, but you almost can't even see it now. So that's it, folks. That is for our tails. Our tails are in place. I don't think they're coming off of there. And we're good to go. That's it for the tail sections there. So yeah, that is that. So let's get our stabilator on there, or our wings. Let's go to the next thing. Let me put this one up here. Yeah, I think I lost my tail cone somewhere on the ground. I heard something hit down here, and I only see one cone, so I'm going to see if I can find that here in a little bit. Probably drop that off someplace. All right, so anyway, that is it for that. It's looking good. It's starting to look like a plane now. See what we got. And I think that's it. That's getting to look like a plane now. So yeah, that's it. I think that's mostly the gluing. I think we have the nose cone that we glue on. I'm going to save that for last, and I'll foam tack that bead on there. That'll be the last thing I put on. And then the tail cone section. Actually, you know what? We probably should put those on right now. I think that's what I'm going to do, because that's easy enough to do. And I'll have to do a cone search for my tail cone. Let's see. Let's get this on here. Yeah, that looks like that's a little bit, almost like a little skewed. But let's see if I can get that in place. It looks like that doesn't really quite fit as well as I probably would like it to. So here, let's take a look at that. I'm going to zoom in so everybody can see that. Let's go right there. There we go. So let's go in on that. You guys can see the tail there. There we go. So what I'm going to do is sight it and make sure that, you know, the curvature of this lines up. This one looks like it's actually hanging a little low. You see that lip right there, like right in there? So we're going to want to glue this on such that it actually is lined up correctly. So you want to be careful getting that in place. And I'm also going to check out real quick. what the instructions say on this. So I'm going to back out here a little bit, just for kicks, because I'm not familiar with the airplane. Yeah, okay, so it shows right here, glue your cones on, glues your nose on. So yeah, that's pretty straightforward. So, and I'm probably just going to CA those on there as well. So let me go with this. In fact, I'm going to put this in such a way that you all can see that. Let's go back to my other view real quick. You guys can see that well. Probably just glue it right from here so you guys can see. You raise this up a little bit. There, you guys can see that pretty good. So let me get some glue and some paper towels. Here, let's see. Do I want to CA this? Let me see if I can decide on that. Let me look at that. See if I want to do a CA on that, or if I want to do, you know, I might actually foam tack that, because that's, yeah, that's a little easier to, or you know what? I might even use the included glue that they gave us here with this thing. See if I can find that, where I put those. You're just looking for it, folks. Where I put that thing. All right. Let's see, here it is right here. Here's my glue. And you know what, I'm just going to put that on, I think is what I'm going to do. I don't see anything crazy going on in there. There's a little bit of glue on the edge here on the inside. I'm going to clean that away. Yeah, I think I'm going to try the included glue. Let's just see how that works out, just for the heck of it. I usually don't use the included glue, but let's give it a shot. There's some glue there I want to get off. Let me grab some pliers. It's driving me nuts in there. Yep, there's some glue there, a little surgery action. Just because I see it in there and it's bothering me. Okay, so we're going to take this, get that right in there. Remember, there's only a tab right here, so you can't mess this up. It only goes one way. It wouldn't fit this way. So, all right, so let's do this. We want to make sure, you know what? Yeah, you know what? We want to make sure that is sealed up. So, because of that, I'm going to use the foam tack. I see a little bit of more CA that's kind of sticking out here, so I'm just going to run my thing down there. There we go. So, yeah, I want to seal the gap. And what I mean by that is, if you look at the top here, let me switch the angle. As you put this on, you can tell there's a little gap here. So you don't want air escaping that. So a contact cement probably is the way to go for that. And you know what? I might just do my foam tack deal, because that's what I like to do. So here, let's do that. You know what? I'm going to glue it from this angle. I think it is actually better to do it from here. So, in fact, I'll raise my table up so I can get it up to everybody, and y'all be able to get a real good view of that. Or a decent view, anyway. Get that right up there. Yeah, baby. So let's see. Let me angle this just a little bit. You guys can see that nicely. Yeah, there that is. Yeah, and this has these little beads, or these little vacuum holes. And that can kind of cause this to not seat. It's nice and flat here. So here, let's do this. Let's take, let me see if I can just really quick, probably use sandpaper for that too, but I'm trying to get, man, that one's not real sharp, is it? Yeah, it's sharp there. You know, it'll take me all day probably to do that, but, oh, you know what? Here, use my sanding bar here. Yeah, that's a good idea. Just really quick, just trying to get those little vacuum pins or whatever they are, little vacuum hole ports. Just trying to get those down, but I think the foam tack will block most of it up. So there we go. Let's see. So just trying to get those up. No, that actually should seat a little better. Yeah, because I was getting a bit of a yeah. See, I was getting a good bit of a gap there. Now I'm not. That really takes a lot of it away. So I'm going to put this in and make sure that when you're doing this, you're sighting, you're angling this up and down so you get the hole lined up. You know what I mean? So everything is lined up and you don't have a little lip. Like you can see right here's a little ridge there. So yeah, I'm just going to use, the thing about the foam tack is it does give you working time. So I'm going to go with this. So let's do this. Foam tack, beacon adhesives, made in the USA. All right, here we go. So let's do this. I'm going to put this all on here. Just run it around. You get it all on this part here. Run it around here. There we go. Let's go with this. There we go. And I think I used up all my brushes. Let's see, do I have one more? Nope, I think that one got stuck to something. So normally I'd use a brush for this. Here, give me 1 second. I'll leave that there. I ran out of brushes, so I am going to go and grab, real quick guys, a brush. I just have to get over to my other workstation here. So I got one over here. And I'm going to grab a couple of brushes. All right, here we go. Brushes, acid brushes right here. There they are. So here we go. Back over here. And we'll change our view back. Here we go. And let's see what we got. So I'll pull this out of here and I'll brush this around just to get it all the way around there. Want to fill the gaps on this one for sure. So put a little bit more. I'm going to put some on here as well on both sides. I asked Wesley, I said, hey, do you got to glue this thing? Oh yeah, just the rudders. I'm like, okay. Well, the rudders and the nose cone and the tail cones and the tail areas and all of that actually. Here, let's see. So let's put this on. Let me slide this down into place. Okay. Just stick that in place. And just like we do with foam tack. Yeah, I'm not too concerned with the looks on this one. I just want to have all those gaps filled up. Like every other foam tack job you do, put it on and you take it off. So let's do that. So you see all those stringies all form, put it back on, and then again take it off. And then once you get it out maybe a second time or so, just like that, just let it tack up for a minute. So, and let's see, let's switch our view here real quick. And I'm just going to let this dry a bit. Just kind of blowing on it just a little bit, because once we push this cone back in, it's going to be there for good. So I just want it to tack up just a little bit. You don't want to use a ton of glue when you're doing this. And when you push this on, you want to make sure that the circles are lined up, because it will probably stay there. So, all right, I'm going to kind of line those circles up as I do this and as I push this back on. And it looks like that's pretty good. So I'm going to push it in place. It should be there. I should have these lined up. This is what I'm doing, is running my finger around here to make sure, yeah, I definitely got that, you know, lined up. So there's not any edge on there. So we got clean air coming through. And that is that. So that's it, guys. That is our finished tail on there. And again, no edges sticking out here. We got nice clean airflow coming through there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So here, that's in place. And then I've got my one cone, and I've got my other one that I lost somewhere. I got to go find that somewhere. It's on the ground somewhere, I think. And all right, that is it. It fell somewhere. Those are going to go on next. Let me switch back. Let's see if anybody's got questions and stuff. Let me take a look at what we got. Motion RC glue is good, Mike Bird said. Yeah, I just decided to use foam tack because I'm just used to it. Rich is the founder and owner of RCinformer. Yeah. Yes, I am. Is Rich the founder and owner? Yeah, that's me. Rich is RCinformer. That's right. There we go. Don't just stand there. Go get some glue. He's the RC informant. Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right, let's see. Let me look at something real fast. We're going to take a look at our viewers. We got about 38 guys here, so I appreciate everybody for coming. Thanks. Give me 1 second because I'm going to do a little search and destroy here to try to find that cone that I think I dropped here somewhere. Tail cone just kind of fell on my ground area here and disappeared into my area of stuff. Oh, I found it. Here we go. Yay, disaster averted. There it was. All right, so we're going to get these on next. Let me go back to this view. And these are pretty cool looking. So as I said before, with foam tack or contact cements, once you put these on, you try and pull them off, they're really not coming off. Once you let them tack up and then you stick them down there, they're there. So putting your cones on here is probably pretty important because any angle change you make is going to direct the thrust of this thing. So this is kind of a critical, to me, kind of a critical thing. And these actually don't fit all that great. So I'm not sure why they're kind of loose like that, but anyway, here, let me look at the, let me just really quick, just going to consult the manual again. So here's what it says. As the right photo shows, glue and fix the H-shape part and the plastic tail outlet to the fuselage. Okay, so these are critical, folks, because if you put these on, and they're not too ridiculous, I guess, but if you any slight adjustment you make to these, if you don't put them on straight, you know, you could have one up and one down, it causes a roll, or have them both pitching up, and it can cause a pitch up, or down, vice versa. So I don't know how to really line that up, other than just sort of glue them on as straight as you can, I guess, and then maybe sight them sort of from the side, make sure they're angled the same. But they're not the tightest fitting things. I got to tell you, there's a little bit of gap there. So I'm thinking this will be a foam tack deal. Let me swap my view real quick and kind of get everybody on the page here. Let me put my cap back on my glue. So, and let me zoom here because I'm going to show everybody a little bit of this. So let's go up, 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 up. Let's zoom in. There we go. Let's go up a little bit. Got a little good sound effects action there. Here, let's see. Got a little pan, zoom, and tilt, right? Let's see if I can get that to, all right, here, I'm not going to get that to work, so let's do it manually. There we go. So you see what I'm saying? When you put these on, you'll have one on there and one on here. These are just plastic, okay? And if you alter them any or don't put them on straight, which, again, they're a little wobbly. I don't know if you can see that. They're not the best fit in the world. See, they shift a little bit. So you need something that's gap filling. Because one thing you don't want is you don't want one of these coming off. I had it happen on a jet before. One of them popped off. You notice now you got one small hole, you got one big hole. So you probably got more thrust coming out of this side than you do that side. You got thrust coming out of both, but when you change the aperture on one side compared to the other, you now have asymmetric thrust. So you want these staying on there, so you want to glue these on well. I think I'm going to foam tack these, I think, because I need the extra gap in the space there. But yeah, they're a little loose. They're not the best fitting. You can see as I pull this down, it's actually got kind of a gap on it. So, all right, well, here, let's go with it. Let's figure out how I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to my other view here, down to here. I'm going to turn the plane around. Let's see what we got here. We're going to get these, here we go. Actually, I could have kept that higher. Let's go up. So, let's see. Let me see, we'll pull this back a little bit. Here's my missile rails. I'm going to put those over there before I drop those and lose them into oblivion. All right, let's see. So yeah, this is a little more work than I thought we were going to be doing with this. But here, that's going to go on like that. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the glue that came with this thing, and I'm going to sort of check the consistency of this stuff. I think it's probably about the same. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to use my foam tack because I know how that works. So this seems to be as not, actually this is good glue. I can tell it's, if you ever got to get that stuff up, just go like this and it'll all ball up and come off. All right, so we're just going to glue these on. I'm going to get them as straight as I think I can get. There's no real perfect way to do this probably. So with my brush in hand, and actually I think the way I'm going to do this is taking my foam tack here, is I am going to put this along the inside, I think is what I'm going to do. I'll put it on both, I think, but here, I'm going to rotate this along. You're going to need a good chunk of this because because it's, like I said, it's not the tightest fitting ring there. So here, I'm going to take this, just kind of get that on there. There we go. Just going to see how that fits like that. Yeah, like I said, not the greatest fitting thing. I'd like to see that. I'm spinning it around just to move the glue around a bit. But yeah, probably not the greatest fit I think I've seen here. So yeah, you see all the strings. I'm just going to cut all those off of there. I'm going to let this tack up a bit. I'm going to put more around here. Because you definitely need some gap filling here, because this isn't the best fit. Yeah. Would like to see those a little bit tighter. Okay, so we're around there. Same thing. Actually, you know what? Instead of using that, actually it seems to be best when you just put this right on. Spin it as you go. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to like the way that this turns out, but the thing is it's not a great fit. It really is pretty, yeah, it's not the best fit in the world. But it'll lock on there. It'll get on there okay. You know, you're actually filling the gap with this stuff, and you really don't want a gap there. And you certainly, like I said, do not want a cone flying off. It won't be the end of the world, but you'll just have a little bit of asymmetric thrust. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this and I'm going to pull this away. I'm going to let it kind of sit there and let it tack up a bit. That's not the prettiest job in the world, but I'm going to let that tack while I do the other one. So here, we're going to go with this. Yeah. Because like I said, the aperture on this is pretty important. I'm going to put some right along here too. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put the glue right around the edge here. And I'm going to put this on and I'm going to spin it. That seemed to be the best result I think I got out of it. So, and like I said, you need a little bit of this to fill the gap. So let's do this. I'm going to throw this on there, turn it as it goes on. There we go. And yeah, it's globbing out on me a little bit, but again, there's a big space there. There's a big gap there. So I'm going to put that on, put it off, put it on, take it off, put it on. It's definitely spread around. If you twist it a bit, you'll get it all to spread there. On, off. Let's let that tack up a bit. Off, on, off, on, off, on. Again, just cleaning that away, little by little. I'm going to pull that away. Yeah, that seemed to be the best way to do it. And I'm going to take this and just let it sit out here for a bit, let it tack up. This one's probably ready to go back on. And I'm just going to push that in place. There we go. And I'm going to let that just sit there and tack. Let that glue up. That one should be good. So yeah, I'm not excited about that, but the other thing too is you can go in from the inside later and put some glue on the inside. That might be the way to go, is just put a bead of glue on the inside there afterwards, after it's all dried, after all said and done. Let me see, let me pull this away. Yeah, it's getting tacked up. You can see all those strings there. You're basically thinning the glue out and giving it a good chance to tack up. And you ought to sit that for a minute or two. So here, I'll go back to here. Let's go back out a little bit, go wide. Take a 2-second break here while that tacks. And let's see, I'm going to read some of these things here. What does it say? I could be wrong. I thought watching Wes unbox yesterday saw something like that. Maybe he did, yeah. Easier to leave them off. But the thing is if you leave them off, you change the thrust coming out of the tube. It's not constricted as much. You probably need that constriction to get the thrust. It's all the Venturi effect. Put a flat, straight edge to both cones. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you could square it up with something in the back. That's not a bad idea. Wes let his stand on the nozzles after gluing. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Assuming the nozzles are cut straight. They're plastic, they're Lexan. So if they're cut funky and you stick it on there, it may or may not work. So, but yeah, that's good though. That'll work. Tail stand will be perfect. I think we're good doing it this way. Okay, so let me go back to this view right here. And this looks like it's nice and tacky now. So I'm just going to press this on. And that should be good. What I'm going to do is use a straight edge here and put it along here and see if that looks straight. It looks like it's pretty straight on there. That's about the best you can do right there, is get it. You know, I'm sure the way Wes did it was fine. So let me let's put that on. Actually, that turned out fairly good. But I think what I will do is after the fact, let's do this. After the fact, let me put my glue back on before it completely turns into a block of foam tack here. Let's see, I'm going to move all this out of the way. All right. I think that what we can do here is, let's go this way with it. As you zoom in, let me see if I can get you in there, get you way in on that cone there. See if it'll allow me to see in there. I think after this dries, maybe right around, let me see if I can show it, right around that edge right there where the plastic actually meets the thing. I don't know if I can really show that. Oh, there it is. If you can get right on that edge right there, yeah, you can see the edge there. Let me get right here. Right on that edge there, it would be a good idea, probably, to run a bead of glue along there, right where the plastic meets the foam there. That way it'll keep it from coming off. That way you know you got a good contact. But you can see there's a pretty good gap there between the plastic and between the foam ring thing, the foam there. And if you don't get enough glue in there, or you don't seal that gap or something, if you lose one of these cones while you're flying, like I said, you'll lose thrust in one side because you got a smaller opening out of one side, and the smaller opening is going to put out more thrust. So let's try it. Let's do this. You want to sort of sight these things. Let me go down a little bit. You want to sight them here so your cones look pretty parallel. You see they look pretty parallel. As long as they look that way, your thrust should be coming out of there pretty straight. So, and like I said, I did that by just by putting this on there. Foam tack will keep these things in place. I could stand this on the tail, I guess, and let it dry, but I don't think I need to. They're tacked on there pretty nice, and I use this, you know, just to kind of make sure they were even. Use a straight edge. Same thing along here. Make sure that edge is the same too. And you can just sight that. As I tilt this, you can kind of see that they're at the same angle right there. You know, you got the same parallel angle to the nozzle there, and you should be pretty good. And I think that's it. I think we're good there. I'm pretty happy with that, I think. I will probably go in and put a bead of glue in there later. But yeah, that looks pretty true to me. So, all right, that is it for the cones. We'll let those things dry on there. And while we're doing that, I think we'll get the tail on here. So I'm going to have to go to the instructions, I think. Oh, no, yeah, I'm going to have to go to the instructions and look. Let's see, let me back up here just a second. Let's go to here. Let me look at what it says to do with the stabilizer here. So this says to use and this is, here we go. I'll zoom so y'all can see this better. It's better if I zoom. There we go, zoom. So we have to slide these tails on there, these flying tails. And we're supposed to use this little screw right here, this 1.7 millimeter by 4, to put it in place right there so it engages that little kind of detent around the edge. So if you're looking at the tail, you know, you've got to get your screw. Let me back. Sorry about that. Here, let me unzoom here. I need a thought-controlled zoom on my... I don't think we got the technology for that, though, unfortunately. Let's see. Yeah, let me zoom. Yeah, so you got to get that screw to engage this deal right here. So, again, I could probably zoom on that. So we put the screw in, goes through that hole. Let me get that stabilator, show you what that looks like. So we're going to put that in there. Actually, we don't need but this is the opposite side. So, but yeah, we got to get this thing to engage. So let me pull. There's a little bit of glue on there. If you see glue on there, get that out of there. So yeah, we're going to basically put this on, even though I got this one upside down right now. Yeah, there's glue on this thing. Yeah, make sure you get, if there's any glue stuck to this, it must have been just some residual glue. Yeah, you definitely got to get that off because it's not going to slide well on there. You're not going to have good enough, really good elevator action if that thing, yeah, these are nice and smooth when you put these on. So, let's see, I found a little excess glue under this cone here. Probably as this is drying, since I got nothing better to do while I'm doing this, I will probably continue to take this thing and just keep checking it, make sure it's drying well. Like I said, Wesley's idea, standing on the tail cones may be a good idea, but they're still staying straight, so not worried about it. Like I said, the foam tack, I'm so used to, it tacks up so quickly. Let me make sure that there is no glue on both of these things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this deal, and we're going to go with this, probably the correct way we're supposed to do this. I'm going to put this down on the cockpit. I'm going to put this right on here so we're not dinging up anything. And then I can lower this, change our views here so you guys can really see what we're doing back here with these stabilators here. Let's see, so let's do one at a time. Let me back out a little bit. There we go. Okay, so here's our elevator in there. That's actually a very nice fit. Fits really well. It's pretty parallel here, it's pretty parallel there. They got a place for it to stop, so yeah, not bad. And then of course I can inspect my tail cones and see if I got any residual foam tack sticking around here. And if I do, just scrape it up and it'll turn into a ball and it'll come right off. Or get some alcohol, one or the other. So yeah, there's a little bit there. So yeah, a little bit there too. Not bad. I'm just gonna wipe that. Building never stops, does it? All right, let's see. Let's get that. Get that there. Make sure we're in. Again, I'll just keep checking this as I'm gluing, as everything's drying. Make sure we got everything parallel, which it looks like it is. Got nice parallel edges there. All right, very good. So let's get these on. I'm going to slide this one in place. And I'm going to take my screws, which you can see right here. Obviously, there's only a few screws left, so we've got 4 for the wing, it looks like. These are those 2 little teeny tiny ones that go for the elevator there. So I'm going to cut those out. I'm going to drop them in my ERNST stand right there. I'm going to cut these too and get these out of here also. Those are our wing screws. All right. We're going to go one at a time on these things. So this is going to fit in such that you do not want to drop that screw, that's for sure. So this is going to go into place here. So what I'm going to do with this is try to avoid dropping it. I'm going to put that on the tip of the screw. Sometimes it's a good idea to put some glue on the end of that darn thing. Very carefully start that in, which I almost lost it. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this over here. So if I do drop it, it doesn't go flying away. So hopefully not. Got to push pretty hard on that. This is, again, this is sort of an older school way of assembling this. So as you can see here, I got that in there. And I'm just tightening it down. I don't want it to go all the way in there. You may have to look through here and make sure it's not hitting that piece, which I don't think it is. And then I'm going to sight this through here. If I put this all the way down in, you can see that that screw is going to line up right with that track. So, and that's what you're looking for. So get your screw started. I guess slide this all the way in, and then finish your screw all the way in. Yep, that's falling off. Let's do this. Let's get that going. Now, if you over tighten it and it doesn't, this, you know, right now I got it almost all the way down. But you can see as I pull on it, I can tell it's engaged that notch. So we already know it's in there. I'm going to try to tighten it as much as I can without it locking. Now, if you start to feel it lock, I see it's tightening now. So what you got to do there is probably back off. Back off to just enough so that it moves freely. If you tighten it too much, okay, and you start to engage that, look what's going to happen. It's going to lock up. So you definitely don't want it to be like that. So just back it off a little bit. You could tighten this screw clearly too much that it will bite right down into that plastic piece right here, and then it'll be locked in place and you're not going to get it out of there. So to put it in so it's tight and then just back it off. So I'm going to go in a little more and see if I can get a little tighter. Because you want it to be as tight as you can make it, but without it locking. Like right there, it's staying up. So again, you just want to come off a hair, even like just an 1/8 of a turn or a 1/10 of a turn. Yeah, there you go. Because you want it to be fully engaged, which this one is. So now that I got that in place, I'm actually going to grab my push rod to keep it from flopping around. And for right now, I'm going to stick it in one of these holes here. Let me see if I can get that in place. See what I'm doing. Taking my Z-bend, and I'm just kind of pushing it. I'm going to put it on the outer hole, just to start with, which we're probably not going to have it there. We'll probably have it come in a little bit. And just so y'all can see what I'm doing with this. Just going to turn this. All I'm doing is just getting our elevator on. We'll get the radio and all that stuff set up later. And they got the little fuel retaining tube right here. And we're just going to put this on. All this is just keep the elevator from flopping around. I just don't want it flopping everywhere and being out of place and everything. So that looks like that is about it for the tail, for that one. And you guys can see that's how that looks. It went on real nice. Again, a little bit of an old school design on that, but for the most part, it's on there. So, and now we'll get the second one in place. So let me flip it. And let's go. So that's on there. We're going to get to the next one. Let's go get that one on. Now that we've done it, we know how it goes on. Same deal. Let me slide it up a little bit so y'all can see. All right, we're going to get our next screw in here. And what I'm going to do is slide the airplane out of the way. And I'm going to do it over the table, because if I drop this baby, it's gone into the void. Probably never get that back again. So you're probably better off putting it flat on the table, like I'm doing here. And real carefully, just making sure it tracks straight down, because it's a self-tapping screw. It's tapping into that plastic. And you want it to go straight. There we go. So it's going in nice. And you don't want to turn this in and out too many times, because eventually you will strip that plastic. So I think I got it most of the way in there. So let's get this back again. All right, we're going to carefully just slide this over. And make sure it doesn't, you know, it should seat all the way. Looks like I got good clearance right here. And I got good clearance on both of these, leading edge and trailing edge, right here, and here. So now we should be able to start tightening it just like we did with the other side. And then as we pull it out, we should see it doesn't come out now. Okay, so keep tightening it until we just feel it lock and get kind of tight. See, it's still moving freely. Again, don't clamp it all the way down right away, because you don't want to clamp it down. If you get it too tight, it does this, it starts sticking. So now it's sticking. I'm going to back off like 1/10 of a turn, 1/8 of a turn, and that should be it. That should keep it in place. Now we won't have any issues with it. It should be good. Let me go in a little more. Yeah, it's probably a little too tight. Let me back that off again. You definitely don't want that screw biting into that plastic. So there we go, nice and free, lots of travel, and it's locked in here. You're going to pull both of these in and out. Well, that's nice. Actually, it's an old design, but I will say that it seems to be pretty positive. It seems to be a pretty good, seems to be a fairly, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a fairly sound way of doing it. I'd probably prefer a wheel collar on there, but not a big deal. So these rods are actually pretty hefty. I don't know that I'll need fuel tubing on these. These are actually a lot thicker than the F-16s were. So let me see if I can get this. Again, just for now, I'm going the outer hole. I get bet me and Wesley are probably not going to have them there. And then let me get this in all the way. Here, let's go. Okay, here we go. Just going to pop that in place. There we go. I'm going to get that ball link in there, or not the ball link, the clevis. I'm going to snap that in place. There we go. We're going to slide that on. And there we go. We've got a full-on flying tail on there now. So, and we'll set the neutral points later and everything. Just for now, we'll keep it as is. So there we go, folks. That is it for the tail. We're in place. Everything is moving. Again, we'll be I'll be trimming and tuning this thing later. We'll be setting it up so everything's straight and level. I'll probably talk about that when we fly, because that's when it's critical, when me and Wesley get out there and do all this stuff. So, but there we go. There's our tail. It's on there nicely. I'm going to do a quick tail cone check. If I throw my ruler all over the place, that's going to be harder to do with the tails in the place, but yep, they're in there. Here, let's do this. Let's go tail down. Tail down, man. That's a bad attitude right there. And then I'm going to put this right along here and make sure everything's square, and it looks like we're drawing nice and straight. So, yeah, very good, very good. So we'll put those back where they were. Let me see if I can get those tails to move. If you can't get them to move, just hook a servo tester up to them. But let's see, because you don't want to yank on them too much, because you can strip a gear that way. So, but I'm taking that risk. Let's see. That is it. Our tail's in place. So it's looking good so far. We haven't dinged up anything. Everything looks nice. We're really down to the wings and antennas and stuff. So let's see what questions, see if I got anybody asking anything. Take a quick break here. You lower this down, or smoke them if you got them. Let's see. What do we got? You could add little thrust tubes. Yeah, but not sure if it's worth it. Looks good. Wes is like, it's the little tiny screw. Yeah, that's right. Add a drop of glue to the screw after you have it in so you can't back it out. Yeah, why would you do that? Please send us a notification as well. So, okay, Gene forever if he drops that in a pit of doom. That's right. Hey, Wes, if you're listening to me, if you want to call in, go ahead and call. I got my phone here. If you want to ring me up, you can be our first caller for the evening. So if you're around, you don't have to, but if you want. I'm just getting ready to put the wings on, but you know, we can kind of chat if you want. Let me throw, or when I'm done with the wings, call, whatever. Let's see. Let me get our wings. Let's see. Yeah, that's most of the construction on this. We still got a few things to do though, mostly just the wings. Looks like these tails are on there, very nice. Now, what I might do, what Wesley was just talking about, was somehow securing that screw in place. So here's what I'm going to do. Rather than stick glue, in fact, I don't know if they mentioned that or not. Did they talk about putting glue? Here's what I am going to do. Here, let me zoom in here. I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do. So to keep these screws from backing out, because you're not going to really mess with these much. In fact, you're not going to mess with them at all. Now that we kind of have them set, you really don't want to play with them. Unless you have to take these apart for some reason, you probably don't want to, because the more you screw these two screws in and out, and that's the thing that's keeping these elevators on. The more you screw them in and out, the more you mess with the plastic, and you probably don't want to do that. So here's what I'm going to do. Foam tack. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Just like I do with all my E-rings, okay, is I'm going to get all this darn glue off here that's off here, and here's what I'm going to do. I am going to take a bead of this, and I am going to run this right around the edge of that screw. There we go. What that's going to do is that's going to keep that in place. I'm just going to let that dry like that, as you guys can see that. Okay, and what will happen is that'll keep the screw from backing out, or should keep the screw from backing out, theoretically. You don't need a lot of it. And then the thing is you can also peel that off. Okay, I do this on all my E-rings. Wesley can attest to my foam tack suggestions, because we were out there, we were flying the F-16s the other day, and after he had landed, where he came in, one of his linkages on his nose wheel was gone. Okay, so in fact, shoot, I got the plane right here. Let me show you. Let me get that. There we go. So here, I'll zoom so you guys can see it. So right here, this linkage right here, he hadn't put any foam tack on there. He wasn't watching the RCinformer YouTube channel right there. And so what happened is he didn't put foam tack on his E-ring. So what happened was he lost the E-ring, didn't know it, and then the whole pin fell out, and we were done for the day pretty much. But we grabbed a screw that fit. We actually found a self-tapping screw, stuck it through here, and then put an E-ring on the threads of the screw, and then put some foam tack to keep it in place. So you always want to foam tack stuff like this, just as a retainer. And I use foam tack because you can just peel it off. It doesn't really, it's really, especially on metal, on plastic it tends to bond a little more, but on metal you can back it right out. You can peel it right off of what you're doing. So metal and pretty much plastic. So yeah, use your foam tack. For me, foam tack is kind of like a glue version of safety wire, if you will. So I'm trying to get that right in that wheel chock there so it doesn't go away. So yeah, there you go, folks. Just put a little foam tack on there. I'm going to try to clean that up just a little tiny bit. Right there, I can see this one's got, yeah, that one's okay. It's all right. If you have to, just lick your fingernail or finger, put it on there, and then it won't. But I'm going to leave those two alone. I'm not going to mess with them. I'm just going to let them sit there and dry. So probably same thing right here. This landing gear doesn't have it so much. Actually, kind of does. Here, right here. So I'll take my foam tack right here, and let me get it lined up. There's an E-ring there. I don't want to lose that pin. It's going to glob some E-ring, get some foam tack there. I'm going to do the same thing right on this one, because if we lose that E-ring, we're done for the day. So, and there's a little string coming off of it. If that happens, take your finger, lick it, stick it on there, and it won't stick to your wet finger. and that'll keep those from coming off. So let me do the other side here. Nope, there isn't one. On this side, there's just a sort of a nail head deal. So, and same thing here. So not required there, but that way we won't lose those rings. The re-rings, the wheels hopefully will not fall off. And we should be good to go. So that is it, folks. That's it for that. So let's get our wings on. Let me drop this down and try not to ding up again my extensions there. I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to put it upside down to be on the safe side. Let's do this because we are getting our wings on here, aren't we? So let's put that down. Let's turn this. I'm going to go to my upper view one more time. We're going to back out on the zoom because we're way close in here. And then let's get our wings. That's really the last big step. So let's do that. Let's see. Let's get this right here. All right, so you guys can see that wing. Let me get my foam tack top on there so it doesn't all tack up and be useless to me. Let's see, we'll get all this stuff in here. Here's our wing screws that are in there. So, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and take this. I'm just going to slap this baby on there. That's all we're going to do. We're just going to put this on. So let's go here. So let's see. Let's go. Put my phone down there. All right, so we're attached here. Make sure that goes all the way in. Make sure those locks engage. Pop that in place. And we'll get our wing on. I'm trying to push that in with that wing spar. And just make sure everything goes down in there. If it's not going in there, just grab a tool or something. I'm going to grab this. Make sure those go in place. Looks like they're going in there pretty good. Pretty nicely. All right, there we go. Slide that wing on. There we go. Grab our two monster screws. These are big flathead Phillips. Flathead Phillips. There we go. Drop those in there. Oh, no, that just fell the wrong way. Here, let's get this one in first. Those will self-tap in place. Let's get this one straight. It's actually not the right size screwdriver. Let me get the correct one. Let me zoom. There we go. Get those in there. Let's go here. Get those tight. Those are nice, thick threaded screws. Those are going right into that plastic. You could remove these for transport if you need to, but you don't need to because the plane is so small. So, but if you had to, you could. So I'm trying to make sure these are going in straight. They're big, like pan head, washer head type screws. So they're meant to distribute the load so they don't sink in. So this is what they look like. They're these big old, like kind of pan head, flat washer head screw deals. So, all right, so let me flip the plane. We're going to do the other wing. There we go. Let's see. We're going to get that down on there. Get that ready to go. Get it close here. Man, this plane should be a rocket with this 4S in it because it's tiny. It's actually a little airplane. Let's get this connection on just like we did with the other side. Snap that in place. There it is. Slide that in. Get a carbon spar in there. There we go. And let's grab our tool or something to push that in with. There we go. See our wires going in there straight. Just make sure that's good. And that's a good fit. Pretty good fit on the wing. Not bad. Not bad. Holes are not quite lining up. Let me push that in. That should be okay. Let's take this. Put that in there. Get it straight. There we go. Tighten that up. Just get it part of the way. We'll get the other one in. All right. Get that in place. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm trying to do it in such a way you can see it. All right. Let's see. All right, that's in there pretty tight. And let's see, we'll go back to our top view here. And it looks like we're about done. We got missile rails, and I think we got antennas, and we got a nose cone. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's do the nose cone. See if I can get that to sit up. Actually, that'll fit in there nice. I think that's good. And then this is going to go on such that, let's see, that's pretty decent fit. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this on lightly. I don't want this thing super secured in there. I want it to come off when I hit the ground at the end of the runway and I hit all the bumps and stuff. I want this to come off nicely. Let me raise this. That's not the right. My holes are not lined up. Here, let's see. I got a mat on the table. All right, here we go. So let's go all the way here. We're going to go up. So let's see how we're going to do this. Let's go this way, that way. So what I want to be able to do is when my nose, if it ever digs in the ground, which that never happens because I never do that. I want to be able to kind of cut this thing off. I want it to come off easy. So what I'm going to do is rather than glob a bunch of glue, get it super secure and all that kind of stuff, I'm gonna just put a couple drops on there, a couple tacks, and I want it to tack. So it stays on there pretty tight, but I can also take it off if I want to. You never know when you need nose weight in a plane and you want to be able to get your nose cone off. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of angle it this way a little bit. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a couple drops like here, close to the edge, maybe like right here. And like right here maybe. I can't see that great, but here. A little bit here on the edge. Right here at the bottom. Right here. Just a couple of spots. I don't want a whole lot holding this on because, again, if the nose digs in, I want it to sort of pop off quick. So, and that way, if you have to get this off later to put, like, say, nose weight in there or something, I don't know who that is, then I can take a hobby knife and run it around this edge and just get the nose cone off. If I put it all on here, I'm not going to be able to do that. So what I'm going to do is just put that on, just get it to kind of tack on there. And if you need a little more, a little less, just do it. Hello? Can I ask who's calling? This is with who? Oh, hey, what's up? My car's done. Good. I'm doing a live YouTube show right now, so what do you need? Are you ready? Awesome. Hey, I appreciate it. So I didn't need anything else? Very good. Okay, very good. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Have a good day. See you in a bit. Bye. All right, my car is done. Yay. All right, so what I'm doing here is you see I just perimeter glued it a little bit, but just in some spot areas, okay? I pull it out and you can see those foam tack strings coming out. I'll push it in, pull it out a little bit. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull it all the way out because I want to make sure it doesn't stick out. So to make sure it doesn't stick out, I'm going to take my finger and push anything in that's hanging out so I don't have that problem. That's the idea. Just going to let this all tack up. Same thing with this. I'm going to take my finger and roll those extra bits in. Okay, because again, I don't want them to stick out because it looks funny when it does that, especially on the nose cone. So again, I've got this lightly tacked. Let it kind of set up a little bit. And again, even if this is all secure on there and I want to take it off, all I got to do is take a hobby knife now, just run it along the edge and I can pop that off, stick some nose weight or whatever you want to put in there. That's probably tacked up enough, so I'm going to line this up and get that straight, and then I'm just going to push it on. All right, and that should keep it on there. I shouldn't have to mess with it anymore after. It looks pretty secure. It's not coming off. It's pretty, so if I hit the ground with this, hopefully, or I bump the ground with it, hopefully it will not have enough glue on it that it'll pop off instead of being super rigid on there. But I want to make sure this hump is lined up, which it is. That's the gun port. The gun is actually right in the center on an F-18, which is kind of cool how they do that. Let's go, let me move this to the right a little bit. There we go. And I'll zoom so everybody can check that out. Yep, there we go. We're locked in. There we go. Let's zoom in so you all can see that. Yeah, just make sure that hump right there is lined up right there. And you should be good. That's the gun port right there. Gunfire straight through the center of this plane. So really neat. So, and I think we're done with that. Let's see, we got any questions from anybody? Anybody, let's see, what do we got? Enzo is in the house. Let's see what we got. Sean Patterson, nice. Yeah, Yeah, so let's see, nice little jet to fit into your vehicle. Yeah, you don't have to take this thing apart. It's tiny. And the thing is, guys, this is 4S. 4S high performance. This should zoom along. Man, I'd really love to see some of these 64 millimeters, which we're starting to see nowadays. Starting to see some of them even with retracts, which I'd love to see because this is a slick airframe pretty much. It would be nice to see this on, yeah, notice I didn't get any glue sticking out of here because when I pulled it apart, I used my hands to push all the glue inward and then boom, put it right on. Now you don't get any of that glue sticking. I hate it when I do that. That happens sometimes. So, okay, this is looking good. I think the last major component that gets glued on is these missile wingtip rail things. So I think this goes, I'm pretty sure this one goes over here. Yeah. And then you have a hump on the end. So you got like a hump down here. This goes on the bottom, I'm pretty sure. So let me take a look. Yeah, because the airfoil is that way. Yep, that's right. So you got a larger airfoil on this side, so that's where the top of the wing goes, bottom goes there. And then of course that's also probably for, you know, where a missile pad would go or something like that. So really, I can probably glue these on real quick too. I'll probably do the same thing with these. I don't think I'm going to do a super, let me go back to my other thing there. Let's go, yeah, that goes on pretty nice. So I guess that's just going to sit out like that. So you're going to see, in fact, I'll glance at the instructions real quick. Yep, those go towards the bottom. So here, I'll zoom in on that. And we're going to do the same thing here. No, my table's moving. No, my table's got a mind of its own right now. Let's see. I lost my alignment of my pad here. It's messing up my buttons. Oh, regarding the table, the lift table, they've got the white ones of these on sale over at Costco. I think they're like $200 now. So if you guys want to get one, that's where you get them from. They got the white version. This one's black. So that's the Batman color there. Let's see. So let's see. We're going to probably do this the same way, I think. So let's see. Let me see if I can zoom on that. I'm going to try and pull this. There we go. We're right on target. Right there. We'll go a little lower, a little telephoto action. Yeah, there we go. So here, let's go a little bit this way. Yeah, there we go. We'll go a little bit down. There we go. So this is what we're going to put on right here. So let me see if I can pump that off. I'm going to do a little bit of glue here. So, oh shoot, I left my phone light on. No, it's draining. You're down to 2%. All right, let's see. Let's go. Let's get this on. Turn that off. There we go. Checking my phone messages. Nope, nothing's going on. I heard the garage door, so Amy must be here. Oh, I just moved my perfect setup right there. See if I get that to focus. There we go. So we're going to put these right on. Let me back off on the zoom just a little bit. There we go. I'm going to get that right on there. That looks like that fits pretty good. Let's get that on there. So I'm going to do a little foam tack once again. I'm going to run that. Actually, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I think I've got, yeah, let's do a brush again. In fact, what I'm going to do is the brush is a little long. I'm going to cut some of the end of that off so I got a little better control with it. Probably better have a smaller brush for this, but here. So let's get this in place. Now here I am going to put a good amount on. Well, not too much, but just enough to tack it. Probably be dragging wing tips all over the place with this thing too. So here, let's go. There we go, get that on there. I'm going to take this and just throw that right in place. And then I'll back it off, get it to tack up. There we go. Got the strings, that happens, same deal. I'm going to tuck all those in. Let's see. That should be good, let that tack. Again, use your hand to kind of push all that down into there so it doesn't stick out. Yeah, and that should go on there pretty good. I'm going to let that tack. It looks like I got enough glue. See, I'm looking here too to see if the glue kind of mimics the shape of the foil there. So, and if you get that on there, then you got enough. So you can kind of see how the glue looks just like the airfoil does pretty much. So that means you got enough, so not too much. So let that tack a bit. All right, we'll put that down, and I'll probably do the other side here real quick while we're waiting. Let me throw this one here. Actually, I can probably just do that right there real quick. So let's get this on. Put some glue. Gotten better at gluing some of these here lately on TV, on the camera here. There we go. It's in there. Squeeze that a little bit. Let's put this, oh wait, let's take this. Let's take our, no, that's not the one. This is the one I used. Trying to get that in there a little bit. Spread it around. There we go. I don't think I got as much under there as I wanted to. Let's see, let's get that there. All right, so let's not confuse the missile rails when we put these on. So same thing. Just gonna kind of put that on, kind of take it off, put it back on, take it off, put it on, peel it away. Yeah, looks like I got enough. Again, I'm just looking to see that the glue's on there. Again, take this and just kind of push the glue down to the middle. The other one should be tacked up enough that I can do this and it doesn't get ugly. There we go, get that on. I'm going to put this one over here so I don't confuse the two. Let those get tacky. I'm just tacking one at a time. That's what we're doing. So we are lined up. Everybody can probably see that okay. And we should be able to very carefully press this right on, and we want to do it pretty quick. There we go. And that is it. That should be tacked on there, and that's probably not coming off. So that is that missile rail. That is good. Let's put this back on here. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That should be good. So then we'll flip the other side. It's probably about tacked up enough. Doesn't have to be perfect, but a minute or two or something. So make sure I did get all of that tucked down in on the inside part. Same thing with this. Okay, that should be tacked up enough. Let's get that in there and press it on. It's called contact cement because when you make that final contact, it's cemented. So that's what that means, is contact. You put the glue on, let it tack up, and then once it's on there, you make your final contact. I got a little glue in there, but not bad. You make your final contact, and it's in place. These rails are pretty tough. They are foam, but they got that carbon rod in there. All right, let's see. So we've got, I think, a couple of antennas here. I noticed that, in fact, they also gave us this. They gave us a few, oh, shoot, where the heck did that darn thing go? I just had that thing. Oh, I dropped it down in the ERNST hole there. It fell down in there. They gave us a couple of extra here clevises. So hang on to those, stick them in a bag. So, and then we've got some antennas here. So you can see we got these two antennas right here. So, and I'm pretty sure that since this one here is black, it's going to go right there, I think. And then there's one hole right under here. I think you guys can see that. That's going to go right there. So I'm going to foam tack those also. And the way I'm going to do that, put a little glue on here. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. Put it down in the hole if I can. Trying to do this neatly without it oozing all over the place. This might be a good, actually this might be a good CA thing, but sometimes tight fitting like things like this are not the best for like foam tacks and can get all over the place. Now, let's see, I'll get a little on here too. There we go. Yep, that side got nothing. Problem is doing it this way sometimes. When you push it down, it all oozes out of the hole. So it's like, all right, just mess that all up. But okay, it is what it is. It's probably about a good way to do it though. And I'm going to push that down to the hole too. Try and push it so it doesn't get all over. Yeah, I probably should have CA'd that. So if you guys think about it, CA that. It's probably a better way to go than foam tack or contact cement of some sort. So yeah, that's in there. Here, let's do the CA on the other one. I don't know that it matters one way or the other. There we go. All right, who we got? What's up, bro?
What's up, Home Slice? How's the build going?
It's going pretty good. Hey guys, let me know if you guys can hear Wesley. I'm just, I think he's probably watching this, so I got the phone next to the microphone, so you guys can hear him impart his wisdom upon us. Let's see.
Yeah, I've been watching along with the build. Just
Is that
wanted
cool?
to check in. I know you said you wanted me to kind of call in and see what was up. Looks like you got it put together nice.
Yeah, I just figured you could check in, say hi to everybody, that kind of thing. So yeah, there is a little gluing to this, though. I guess you found the same.
A little bit, it's an older model.
Yeah.
It's a great flying airplane, though. I think customers would still love it.
Yeah.
Can't wait to try this out, flying formation with that new high-performance fan, though.
Yeah.
I always had the 3S version before. Now it's that 4S version, and with that more powerful fan. So.
Yeah, I didn't see, I never had the other one, so. Hey, guys, I noticed I just put some glue down in there. Let it go down, and then I'm just going to put this in place and let that dry.
I was trying to wait for you to finish your build.
I'm basically there. I just put the last antenna in, so I don't know if I...
Dry.
Yeah, and just let it all kind of go do its thing. So I might stick an afterburner in it. I don't know how much time I got, or I don't know how many guys are here. Let's see.
About 30 is what I saw.
About 30, yeah. Yeah, about that. So, yeah, I may stick that in. I may not, because it takes a little bit to do that, because you got to build a cage, around the thing. And so, all right, but that's it. I think I got everything. Hammered out. So
it's looking very good. I like your Avanti V2 in the background there.
Yeah, isn't that cool? See, yeah, I got the whole whole automated thing. I'm trying to get my camera. My camera's all thought controlled. I'm still working on that technology though, so I still got to push buttons. But yeah, not bad, huh?
You just need a Laura. You can get Amy
up
there, and she can run all your buttons.
Yeah, she's working though.
Oh darn.
She's working. I work sometimes, but I try my best not to.
I feel you on that one.
So, hey, did you see these tail cones? Did they seem a little loose to you?
I just did the whole glue globulation and stuck it on there.
That's basically what I did. That's basically what happened.
When I glued them, I built 2 of these now, and what I've done both times is just I start with those and then stand it up against the wall.
Yeah.
And just let it set up, and then they're hard as a rock after that.
Yeah. You saw? I don't know if you saw what I did. I just ran my ruler. I ran my ruler across the back, and they seem pretty straight. So I was telling the guys, if you if you lose a cone while you're flying, I had this happen on a Star Max plane a long time ago. One of the cones, the whole thing broke off. So one hole was really big. It was on an F-18. One hole was really big, and the other one, the aperture was still small because the cone was there. So that was asymmetric thrust. The Venturi effect. You had a ton of.
Talk to your builder and tell him to use more glue next time.
Well, no, it was that was the guys at the factory who did that, because that was all. What it was is the foam was so thin around the backside and they had glued a plastic thing on there that the foam and the whole thing just had fractured and came off. But anyway, it caused a big yaw. I mean, you didn't have as much thrust coming out of the larger side, So.
Well, when mine flies through yours, you're not even going to be thinking about that.
That's right. Yeah. So. Someone might try to even go through a wall. You never know.
Never know. That's right.
So, but yeah, so far this is pretty cool, man. I'd love to see. I tell you what, this is slick, man. I'd love to see some kind of a retract version of this.
Oh, I know.
I mean,
we have the larger 90 right now. It'd be great to have another one in the middle of the line at some point. I'd love to see a Super Hornet come to a larger size.
Yeah. It's This is cool. Here, look, dude. I don't know if you're watching right now, but look.
I'm looking at
see
listening
this?
to you talk. I'm on the phone right now.
Yeah, man.
We'll have to figure this out next time where I can video in with you.
You can't. Yeah, maybe we can do that. I got to figure that out too. I've actually never done that kind of thing. So we'll have to try.
I know a guy that can teach it to you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. No, I've got my my elevator here to the carrier deck here, my desk. So anyway, I'm messing with that. So yeah, no, it went together pretty good. Little, like I said, a little older school on like the landing gear mounts and stuff. The way you had to screw the nose into that wood. It was a little hard to find those, but otherwise it went together okay.
And we can always pop the gear off and hand launch these if you need to.
Yeah, and that'll probably be a little quicker.
Great.
It'll be a little speedier that way. So, but yeah, guys, this turned out nice. There it is.
Try out that felt.
What's that? Yeah, it's going to be a...
Felt landing on the runways.
Yeah, this is going to bounce on that felt a little bit. But it is small, though. You know.
They're going to bounce off of each other, too, when we're flying them in formation. So
yeah,
no crossing each other, at least.
Yeah, it could be. So...
Well,
all right.
I figured I'd call in and say hi to your viewers and you, and look forward to hopefully meeting up Friday and flying these bad boys. Get some good break in the weather.
Yeah, that's the plan. So,
what time is terrible weather here in Florida, guys?
What time is it? 4:16. I might actually mess with that afterburner a little bit, just to show everybody a little bit. I might try to throw that in there. So it's a little bit of work. I've never put one in before though, like this, because you gotta.
I've never put one in nothing that small before. Yeah.
You gotta bend wire. Oh, you know what? I'm probably gonna pass on it for now, because I just realized too that that's right. The engine in the back, the motor, it comes right up against that bifurcated duct, so you got to do a little bit of work there. So I'll probably pass on it for now. So just because it's a little bit of a.
I'll have to hand you one of the V2 F-16s, and then you can put one in there. That'd be a better one.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be good. So but anyway, all right, man. I'll let you go, and we're probably going to end this pretty soon. So yeah, thanks for coming. We'll see you.
Enjoy, everybody. I'm glad I got to stop in and say hi.
Yeah. So, all right, man. We'll talk later.
All
right.
Get
See ya.
back to it.
See ya. Bye. All right. Wes is our first caller of the night. So let's see. So, all right, guys. Why do I have this thing on my screen? Has that really literally been there the whole time? I've got a menu item on my screen that's not supposed to be there. Oh, I know what happened. There we go. I had that little AI thing that was popping up right here. So right in there. Right there. There. So yeah, let me turn that. Sorry about that. That should not have been there. Let me flip that around. There we go. So, all right, that's been an artifact that's been up there the whole time. So, all right, guys, any questions, comments, concerns? Everybody seeing what they like? Let's see. I'm out. Air hammer's gone. So, let's see what we got going on. And, yeah, still got 30 guys in the house. So, looking forward to watching the flight. Yeah, me and Wes are going to go out there and really rip them around as best we can. These look like they're going to be fun to fool around, especially on a 4S. It's probably going to have... This weighs nothing. I don't know what the weight was on the box, but it doesn't weigh anything. And I think Wes did this too. What the heck is that? I think that's a weight. Is there a weight in the nose? I think I saw a piece of Wesley's video where he said something was up there shaking too. Yeah, there might be a weight. If there's a weight in there moving around, that's really not good. I may have to get in there and see what's going on. Something tells me they put a weight in there. So if they did, I'm going to want to probably peel this cone off. There's nothing wrong with the weight, but you just don't want the weight moving. If it's flapping like that, that will cause problems in flight, you know, if it's moving. So we're going to have to secure. In fact, you know what? Here, let me send Wesley a message. Did you guys watch Wesley's video? Did you guys see what that was? Rich, used your 10% discount code yesterday. Thanks. Yeah, hey, JCB67. Yeah, thanks for using that. Appreciate that. Yeah. I always try to ask them for better codes for you guys to use. So let me send, who sent me that? Let's see. Let's go to, hang on. Let me call Wesley one more time. Let's see if he's around. Oh, no, don't do that. No. I was trying to video call him there for a second. Let me call him one more time. Let me call him for a second. Let's see if he answers. Probably gonna blow me off now. I think that's weight in the nose that's flopping around. Wes is probably broken off into some Legos or something. Here, let me see something here. I might just pry this off. Now, here's why I did this, guys. Remember when I said sometimes you might need to get back in there? See how easy that was to take off? I think there's a weight up there. I was going to ask Wes. Yeah, it feels like it's right in here. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going in. Let me grab my, hold on a second. Let me grab it. I have a tool for that, sort of. Let me see. Yeah, I got one of these little reamer deals. Here, hang on. I'm going in there because I need to see what that is. I don't want, when you got weight like that flopping around, your plane will be pitching up and down and all kinds of stuff. So here, let me back off on the zoom here. There we go. I just want to see what that is, and I think I can feel it right here in the front. That's probably a weight. So I'm just going to go into here, see if I can locate what the heck on earth that is. So this structurally is not going to be any big deal. Hey, what's up, man? I'm still live.
I saw you called me.
Yeah, I'm still live. Hey, real quick. I noticed towards the end of your video, there was you had a flopping around of something in the nose cone. Did you ever get to the bottom of that?
I have not. I think it's actually the weight that's mounted inside the nose cone.
Yeah.
It's not caught it when it was not glued in.
Yeah, mine's doing exactly the same thing, and I do remember seeing a tail end of your video with the same deal, and I'm like, oh, well, that's not good. You know, if that's flapping around, that'll...
I wasn't paying attention. I think that the nose cone, I just popped it on there, and I think there's a lead weight in it. I need to pop my nose cone back on.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not in the nose cone. It's like in the nose. It's literally in the nose. I can feel it. So right now, I'm talking with everybody now. I actually am cutting into the nose a little bit. I popped the cone back off, you know, and I'm trying to locate where it is, because if that's flapping around, that might cause some CG issues.
I don't know what that is, to be honest.
I think you're. Well, I think you're correct. I think they put some nose weight in here. I think you're right. I'm looking in there right now. So, and there's nothing wrong with nose weight, but if it's flopping around, dude, you know what I mean? That will cause the plane to kind of, you know, could cause some issues with it. So, because if people are having control problems or the thing's flopping around, they might go, "What's going on?" And it's like, well, if that's, you know what? I see a big glob of glue here. Now that I made a hole in the front. Hang on a sec. I'm just cutting into the nose. Hang on a second. Just making a hole in here. It's not a big deal. I just tack glued my cone on, you know, so I could pop it off. Yeah, I think that's probably what happened. Let me see. So, let's see. All right, you guys see what I did? All I did was cut a hole right in here. All right, well, Wes, I can let you go. I just want to see if you came to the bottom of what that was. But I'm about to get in there, and I think it's just a weight that broke free. You know?
I think you're probably right.
I think that's all it is. So, and you know, if you're doing a bunch of maneuvering, and that weight is way, way, way in the front. You know what I mean? And if you're maneuvering around and that's flopping, man, you're going to have some pitch issues. You know what I mean? So, not a big deal. Not a big deal. Yeah. Well, that's what I did. Is they probably glued it. Well, when they assembled it, they stuck it in there. So, right. But I got a way to get into it. You'll see the rest of the video. Watch the RCinformer YouTube. Watch the.
Let me know what you find, sir. Inform the motion, or what is? Let's see. Do your RC informing on this.
That's right. That's right. So you'll see it. You'll see. Why? Hey, like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell.
That's right.
And watch the channel. All right, man. I'll let you go. All right. See ya. Bye. All right. All right. Let's see. So here we go. Here we go. I'm just going to cut. I'm trying to get into the thing, see where it's at, what it is. Yeah, there's a big glob of glue that I can see right down in here. And yep, I see a weight flopping around. That's what it is. So yep, there it is. So they put a weight in there. So here's the deal, guys. The weight probably really does need to be in there, but for now I am going to take it out because I got access to it now. So there's glue here. It looks like they glued it all the way to the front, which is fine. But you just don't want that weight to move. So yeah, okay, I see it in here. I'm going to try here to, let me get back to here. Yeah, I think I see it. Yeah, I'm gonna put this up so I can look down. Oh yeah, here it is. I found it. All right, let's see. Let's get in here. Yep, that's it. They put some weight in here because it's not the tail of this airplane. Guess what? An F-18's got 2 engines in the tail. And they're really, really heavy, but this plane does not have 2 engines in the tail. So they probably needed to put something in there with that fan there. Let's see. Yeah, I see it. It's right there. Just got to try to get it in there. They no doubt put that in there when they were assembling the plane. Having the weight's not a problem. You just don't want it to flop. So if you guys see this, or if yours isn't flopping around, don't worry about it. But if you guys got one of these and you got it flopping around, that would be why the plane might be hard to control, because you got weight in there moving around. So not a big deal. This isn't something you should have to do, but if you if you got a blob of weight in there, just be cautious. That's just a note. Send off to the factory so they, whoa, shoot, almost lost that. We're in a flat spin. We're heading out to sea. All right, let's see. Get this out of here. All right, yeah. So it's nothing like having a plane flying around. It's doing this, and you can't figure out why it's doing it. And it's not CG. It's not control throw. It's not expo. It's not a gyro. It's a bit of weight that's flopping around, causing your CD to constantly change. So here we go, guys. That's it, right there. There's your weight. So here, I'll go to the top view. There it is. All right, doctor, we've removed this weight from the patient, and so I might actually leave it out just for right now, okay? Because you never know, maybe I'll put a heavier battery in, but I don't know, that's a lot of weight here up into the nose section, and I don't care if the weight's there. If the weight needs to be there, that's fine. But we really just can't have it flopping around, you know what I mean? So, so yeah, I'll probably leave it out for right now. I'll put it back in a bit, or put it back in once we figure out the CG, because I got to put the plane together and figure all that out. So you guys see, real important, try not to totally glue your nose cone on, because you never know when you got to get it off. This is not what I expected. I figured maybe I'd add nose weight, or maybe this would pop off when I hit the runway, and I don't want this to get damaged. I'd rather it just flop off. So, but in this case, I had to get back in. It would have been easy enough to cut around it, but since I didn't use so much, I could just pop it right off. So, so yeah, there you go. So, so tell your friends, tell everybody if they've got a shaking around in there, and maybe something you're going to need to secure. You know, get it out of there and secure it in place. So, but again, I'll play with it. I'm going to throw it back in there just for now, just to kind of keep this, keep it down. See, that actually keeps the nose down. Without that weight, it comes off the. So, all right, we'll mess with the CG, but everybody knows now there's a little weight in there, not a big deal. But we don't want that. That's a lot of weight to be moving around, and that can cause some kind of control issues, because when you're maneuvering and stuff, first of all, your CG is going to be forward, and then when it gets light, it's going to be back, and the airplane's going to want to pitch up, and then so you're just going to get this kind of up, and you may get an up and down kind of thing. So it's a slug. That's right, baby. Yeah. Should have used Beacon. That's right, baby. Should have used Beacon adhesives. So, but when I get a battery in and we mess with the CG, I just talked to Wes about it, so we may have to put out an AD on that or something to let everybody know that there potentially could be a weight floating around. Not a big deal. I wouldn't hesitate buying the plane or anything. Just know that there is a weight in there, you know, that could be loose. As long as it's not loose, forget about it. So, but yeah, so anyway, Wes has been fully informed. But yeah, guys, this is nice. Check it out. I did put a link for this down below in the description box, so you guys can check this out. Motion RC, brand new, high performance, 64 millimeter, 4S powered. Me and Wes are going to be tearing these around. I foresee myself taking the landing gear off this eventually and just mostly being hand launch thing, because F-18s with gear hanging down are weird. I mean, it's cool to just tool around with, and it's great if you do want to do a lot of takeoffs and landings and stuff. But we'll probably be doing some alpha flight with this, and probably doing takeoffs and landings on our runway out there. So, but anyway, you guys got any questions? Anything floating around you guys want to go into? Again, folks, I will put you know, if you guys want to check this out, again, I got links below. Check it out, Motion RC. It's right up there. I threw the website up there so you guys can check it out. These are old pictures, but that's the new airplane. And you know it's the new airplane because it says 4S high performance. So I'll see if I can get Wesley to add V2 to the description here. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? Here, let me do this. Yeah, let me do this. I'm going to send a text to add V2 to website description. Let me do that. I'm going to put that on there. That way I can tell them. That's the way they know. There we go. There we go. Add V2 to website description. So they should know that. So, all right, no big deal, guys. But this is nice. It went together fairly well, considering the little issues. You know, not a big deal. Nothing major there. Nothing earth-shattering. So, let me see what questions. Let's see if anybody's got anything else to add, or anyone else to throw something in there. Let's see, he's got his scalpel, that's right. Did some surgery there. So here, let me roll around here. Let me get up front here. I can actually see the whole thing a little bit better like this. So let me get, actually I should do this in such a way in the future where, actually I got my box right here, so let me get rid of that. Man, I can't wait to get that building built at the new field. So I don't have all the space issues and stuff. It should be pretty cool. So yeah, let me back off here on the wide a little bit. And then we'll go here, let's go like this. Go a little bit right. We're still going to set like all the controls and stuff and all the cameras and things. We're still going to have all that at the new field. So we're going to set that up all over. There's going to be cameras like everywhere. So not just inside, but outside everywhere. So let's see, what do we got? Jono Edwards is here. I'm not sure I said that, but he's here. And let's see, Mike Bird, who else we got? Sean Peterson. Wes shook his one a bit and had the same, yeah, that's what it was. Let's see, co-pilot came loose, that's right. So it's a single seater, so squirt some super glue in there, and that might be the thing to do. It really just needs to be secured. Let's see, well figured out, Rich. Yeah, we got it. Mini depth charge, yeah, it kind of looks like that. Awesome jet, should fly well. Show us the picture of Amy and your phone screen. Oh, everybody loves to see the beautiful Miss Amy. Yeah, she's going to be out there with us too. So there we go. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, she's a doll. There we go. Beauty. Yeah, baby. What a doll. She's awesome, man. She takes good care of me. So yeah, there we go. We're at the beach. All right, there she is. Yeah, she'll be out at the field with us. So it'll be cool, man. All right, let's see. What do we got? Roberto Rende. Let's see. He says something in Roberto Rende. He says it sounds French, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Maiden. I can't maiden it in the house, guys. I got to get out to the field. As soon as me and Wesley can get these things out there. He's got his built. I got mine built. We just got to put a receiver in it now, in both of them, and then set them up and go fly. So, and we'll be getting to that here. We'll be getting to that here pretty soon. This is slick though. The more I look at it, it's little, and I usually like bigger planes, but it has a real good look to it. They did a nice job, I think, with the shape of it and the look of it, and yeah, it's really, really nice. It looks like a Super Hornet. That'd be nice if they did the Top Gun Maverick paint job on it. That would look cool. May have to do that, actually. That's a good idea. May have to do the Top Gun Maverick paint scheme on this thing. So really cool. I think it's the same. I think that's the same model that he flew, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah. Beautiful Miss Amy. So gotta like that. Nothing wrong with that. So anyway, so all right, guys. I think we are going to. I think we're going to sign off as I walk around the stuff here. So let me see what we got for people here. We're looking like we're getting a little thin, but we still got a lot of guys here. Let me get back to what we got here. What do we got? I got about 20 guys here. So, okay, guys, I think we're going to sign off. Again, check it out at Motion RC. Really nice model. We'll get them out flying here probably on the weekend, me and Wesley. Also, check out the F-16 videos that we put out, the one I just put out on this thing. It really is super nice. We did an unbox live last weekend, I think it was, or weekend before. For a 70 millimeter, this thing is awesome. I think they sold out like when we did the unboxings and stuff. So looks like a nice place to live, Rich. Have to get out there someday. Yeah, Ian, we'll be inviting folks out so to come fly at the field with us and stuff. So we're definitely going to have events there. We'll probably do some FMS events. We'll probably do some Motion RC events. We'll probably do jet events. We'll probably electric jet, probably mostly electric stuff. But we'll probably do warbird stuff. We'll do all kinds of things out there. So, and I'll probably end up moving out there. I'll probably build a house out there and a property eventually. So, but right now the cows are there and we're flying. Planes and cows is what we got. So, let's see. John Rothberg is saying, let's rocket this salvation ship. Is that what that says? I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, guys, it's real nice. Again, this is the Royal Maces paint job on this thing. And let me go to here. Let me go to here. And I'm going to put up this. I'm going to put up that. No, that's hobby zone. Let me go to a different. I need a larger monitor here so I can do this stuff better. Let's go right to yeah, the Motion RC. And I tell you, I like the top hatters one. Yeah, I think if Wesley had asked me, hey, which one of these do you want to show off? I probably would have. I like the top hatter. This is cool because it's black and yellow. So, but here's the top hatters. It's got a really nice kind of top hat kind of logo on it. So let me see if I can get this picture here that shows it better. Yeah, that's a slick shot right there. So the red really does stand out, but I don't know. You know, this one reminds me a lot of the Jolly Rogers, the Royal Maces. So here, let's go back to that. Let's pull that up one more time. I think you guys can all see that. Yeah, there it is. So I'm gonna flip a couple more pictures. Yeah, there's that. Yeah, this one reminds me of. I might have to stick a skull and crossbones on the tail just for the heck of it. This one's got the Maces thing on it. So yeah, that's yeah, nice bird. So we'll have these out soon, folks. Like I said, probably this weekend. Maybe as soon as Thursday or Friday, we might get out there. We're just waiting for the wind to die out. It's been windy. We had a good week last week to film a lot of stuff. So that's why when we flew the helicopter out there, we had great weather for that. So, okay, let's see. Let me close this up, and let's get back to the chat log. There we go. All right, let's go to where the heck was I? Oh, there I was, right there. That's it, right there. So, all right, guys. Let's see what else we got. Great show, and later, friends. So, Jono, we'll see you later. I have the 3S version, and this one is on my bucket list. Yeah, this should be nice. God bless all from Dubai. All right, excellent. That's Sean Peterson. Oh, South Africa. Oh, Durban. Oh, not reading that right. He's from South Africa. Read that wrong. Let's see what we got. Oh, there's a heart block in it. From Durban. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's. Oh, I see what it's doing. It's not. It's from. Oh, Durban. Durban, South Africa. That's right. There's a little heart logo on my screen that's covering the last like 2 letters. So let's see. Are your coupons a one-time use? You know, honestly, I don't know. Let me know. If you want to use them more than once, go ahead and see if they work. If they work, they should be okay. I don't think they're one-time use. I think you can get what you want, I think. So, but let me know. If it works once and then it doesn't work, you know, then you know. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to ask that question. So, but anyway, all right, guys, I think we're going to sign off. I want to thank everyone for coming. This was a real nice live show. We'll be doing more of these. We're going to have a lot more planes. Coming from FMS and from Motion RC as well, so we'll have a lot of stuff, you know, a lot of stuff to show y'all. I've got the Avanti back here, which is really sweet. We filmed a video of this. This is the V2 Motion RC FREEWING Avanti. I shot a video of it. I got to edit it and get it out there, which I'll be doing here soon. So, you know, but again, sitting down and editing just takes a little time, so I'll get to that like as soon as I can. So. Anyway, guys, I'll let you all go. Once again, if you haven't already, please share my videos with people. That really helps out a lot. Just gets the word out so people see, you know, what we're doing here and get some good info on stuff like this. Also, guys, if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, it all helps out. And if you tell other people to do that, it helps out and, you know, build subscribers that way. So anyway, appreciate everybody coming. Thanks for watching as always. And we'll see y'all next time. Stay tuned for the flight demos because we'll be doing those real soon.